What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Edwin, where the wall fights start. We got a lot of boxing going on right now. I got boxing everywhere. I'm watching the Orlando and the Caribbean Royale fight card on this one, and I'm fighting the Pacheco fight over here. So tune in, lock in. There's a lot of boxing to watch, a lot of boxing to break down. Right now, Nestor Mercado right now is in the ring, and they are currently in the first round right now. Uh, ooh, whoa! He's staggered him. He's staggered him. He got dropped. Moran got caught. Wow! In the first round, he got caught big. Oh, he just got nice. Use that jab, working like that. Yeah. Ooh, Tito Mercado. Oh, good opening round. Wow, he got called big early. Let's see how he shakes this off right here. Let's see how he responds in the second round. How bad he's hurt. You know, we'll see. Wow. He caught him flush too. He caught him flush. And he was out on his legs. He just went back. He might be more hurt than what he's leading on right now. We're gonna find out. Can he take, another pretty decent shot by Mercado right now? Morant gotta get, just his head clear. Tito Mercado, he looks like he wants to land that big punch. He just wants to throw it, but just he needs just to relax a little and just to pop that jab. A nice little check hook. He's reacting good. Yeah, good check hook right there. I was just gonna say that. Don't let the cobwebs clear up there. Keep that buzzing going. Tito, I want Tito Mercado, to keep that buzzing going up there. And Turner Moran right now is pouring out the jab, and Tito Mercado is, coming forward, applying pressure and flickering out that jab. Oh, nice hand speed. Good hand speed by Antonio. I mean, Tito Macaro. Antonio is, he's got his wits underneath him now. You can see he's reacting good with shots. See, he's starting to move his head now, but how can he take, just, he's starting to get it right, but one decent shot can put him back on Queer Street. Trust me. Makara, I like that jab. He needs just to pop it. There you go. Just like that. There you go. And work those hands. Work both hands. Good jab. They exchange jabs in the middle of the ring. Mercado is the aggressor right now. he seems to be the one applying the more of the pressure, by Moran is still, getting his wits together by the early first round knockdown. He got caught big, but he's boxing well, but he needs to make it a little bit more dirty. But I'm sure he's gonna try to do that when he feels uh that he's gotten, over that knockdown. Okay. So he survives the second round, interesting enough. And that's good because that means that he'll be able to, as the rounds go on, he'll be able to get his legs underneath him, and then probably box or brawl the way he wants to. I don't think that Moran here should box Mercado. I don't think that that suits him. I think that he needs to go in and trade in the inside, but he just got caught in the first round big. So I think that he needed a round or two before he starts trying to implement his game plan, because he could get caught again early and he can get hurt. So let's see. Surprised he got up from that shot. Tell you the truth, I'm surprised he got up. Let me put in the chat. Oh man, I even haven't caught up with you guys. That knockdown kind of caught me by surprise, to say the least. Nice. So we are in the third round right now of the Mercado and Moran fight, and there has been a knockdown already scored in the fight in the opening of the first round. Oh, that is a slip. No, 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 no. He pushes it. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, but he held his hand when he was going down, his the back of his head. So that can't be awarded as a knockdown, and it wasn't. He didn't land a shot while he was going down. Oh shit! Look at Rolly and the Royale. All the fighters are in the ring. A lot of those are all fighters. Why are they in the ring? I'm already brother. Oh, so what they were doing, like a commemorative WBA? So yeah, those are all WBA champions. Oh shit! Look at Roberto Duran, Bernard Hopkins. Wow. So the WBA, right? You know, having this ceremony and everything. The WBA being the longest world champion in boxing right now. They are the original. It used to be called the NBA, National Boxing Association. Now it's the World Boxing Association, and then they changed their name. So the WBA has been around for a long time, uh, and history wise, it's the most prestigious belt. In recent years, the WBC has taken over, I would say, in the last 20 years or so. The WBC spun off the WBA, and they knew how the WBA ran an organization, and they had their own vision. And the WBC took it worldwide and really introduced a lot of countries to boxing. So the WBA, they have to show that they give back to boxing too, and this is important for the world to see them on a world stage. So yeah, I want to see some of these belts do their thing and stay around. You know, just in recent news, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, right? But a couple boxing announcements. Uh, I guess Richard Hitchison will be fighting Jermaine the Technician Ortiz, and they announced that on social media. I guess he spun back around after Keyshawn Davis allegedly priced himself out, according to reports from Richard Hitchison. Right? Okay. So, what what I think here is a good opportunity for Jermaine Ortiz, and I think Jermaine Ortiz is getting a second crack at a world title. I think the young man is ready. He's more than game. We saw the fight with Lomachenko, and we saw the fight with Teofimo Lopez. So Jermaine Ortiz is definitely coming in there to try to shock the world. And shouts out to the young man. I hope that um, he trains hard, and I hope he brings back that IBF world title. um, More announcements. There was another announcement I just wanted to make too. Um, on top of that, uh, I forget what it was. I was getting wrapped up with this WBA talk. It has something to do with it. I forgot. It's about a fight. Anyway, it'll come to me, I guess. Um, Damn, I forgot what the hell it was. But anyway, uh, I know it had to do with. I forget what it was, man. But this fight right here is heating up right here with Moran and Mikado. A little wild at times the fight. It's getting a little wild, but it's definitely an entertaining fight where both men are letting their hands go. So for the most part, yeah. And every fight is good experience for the fighters. So mm-mm-mm. They mix it in right there, huh? He, um Mikado needs just to settle down a little bit. He's throwing with conviction and power, but he's hey, look, when he stepped on his foot, wow, you could twist your ankle. Yeah. Yeah, he did. I was gonna say it too. Watch Tito Mikado's ankle. See if it's like gives him problems, like on his movement or anything. Well, he looks like he's stepping like let's see when he goes down side to side. Yeah, he looks okay. He's still moving. There you go. Just yeah, he's when he All right. All right. So Moran is applying a lot of pressure, but not a lot effective because he's going downstairs. I think he's going to try to sneak one up top. And Mikado's got to be aware. He's got to be alert. Tito Mikado, that check hook, that looping check hook he got, is sneaky, man. He like aims it. He can aim it long in close. He just loops it. It's just like go. He's nice. I like Tito Mikado's activity. I definitely like that he's in there mixing it up and he's making an interesting fight. Moran's coming forward right now. Tito Mikado. I don't like that he's dropping his hands so much. He's relying like on that Philly style where he's throwing his punches from down here, right? And typically, if you could trap a fighter's feet, he got one step and then he's trapped. The only other thing he's going to be left with is evading with his waist. So once his feet are planted, for as long as his waist goes, just hop in and anticipate that you're going to catch him. So, if Tito, as long as Tito keeps moving his feet when he does that, and he's like this when he's leaning, and he doesn't um plant that front foot. When he goes to step and he goes to plant, and then he leans back right there, he's trapped. You're trapped right there. So, you know, but not every fighter is high skilled to like notice shit like this. Like, I'm not gonna say Moran can like, is gonna try to like get him to plant his feet and then because he's been relying on it. He's been relying on it. And the one good thing is that Mikado is not doing the same thing, right? So when Moran is coming in and you want him to plant and lean, he's not leaning at times. Mikado will plant and then he'll fire off. He won't evade with his waist like he wants him to. So he started firing off, but like on the ropes when he was doing it, when he was evading like this and he was leaning and his feet were planted, that would have been a good time to try to like to for Morant to try to like jump in with that one of them like shots like that, a lunging shot. Because when the fighter starts stepping and just leaning on putting the weight on his back foot and he starts rocking with his waist, and you can see he's gonna try to evade you with his hips, he's gonna rely he's not gonna go anywhere. See, like he's doing right now? You see how he stands there with him? And Moran is with him. So when Mercado does that, Moran can take an opportunity. But the one good thing with Mercado right now, he is punching. He is punching. So you know how some guys just rely on the leaning? He ain't punching while he's leaning. He just leaning, trying to like evade, look cool, like show that he can miss, make you slip some punches. Then all of a sudden he comes up from that one slip. Nice. And he's got good hop still in his feet. His feet are under him. He's got pretty decent footwork for the most part. Um, he can evade good. He can go in and out. He can cut angles. Mikado, his defense is, okay. Um, I want to see what he does with a guy like him. Morant shouldn't have boxed him more on the outside like this. I see that he's trying to get on the inside, but nice inshore shot by Tito. Oh, a body shot that one. Oh, he hit him good. Oh, he's going up top. Oh, he's down. Nice shot. Woo! Nice. Good power shots. Moran's crouching over though. I don't like his body language. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's like this. Tito Mercado, pop out. Good shots upstairs. Take calm, calm. Select your punches. Select your. He ain't doing nothing. Yup. Good, good. Tito comes in 1-2 straight. Moran circles out. Moran throws the jab pop. The 1-2. Tito hits 1-2 up top. And down he goes. And he's out. And the ref calls it. That's it. Nice. Tito Mercado, hell of a performance. Hell of a performance. Hell of a performance. He could be a future world champion. He could be a future world champion. He has all the weapons. He has the footwork. He has good speed. Uh, little wild punches here and there, right? Uh, like unorthodox punches. But every fighter doesn't have to look the same to be unique. You understand? So where does he go from here? I like this fight right here. A tough guy. Moran showed up. He showed he wasn't here just to, just to get a paycheck or to lay down. This was a really good fight. Tito Mercado brought his power with him and showed that body shot hurt him, man. I knew it. I knew that body shot hurt him. When I saw it, I was like, ooh, that one hurt. This is the second knockdown right here. Does he go up top? This is the one. No. Yup. This is it. Boom, boom. And he sat him down. Wow. Nice performance by Tito Mercado, man. You know what I'm saying? Like his style where he like loops too far like this. I wish he would be a little tighter with that. Bam, 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 right? But with every performance, you learn something. You go back, watch your performance, you correct these mistakes and things like that. And fighters get better with every fight. So Tito Mercado came out tonight. He showed that he's a force to be reckoned with in this division. Well done, young man. Well done. Well done. Um, oh yeah, and I guess that's right. The Richard Hitchison and Jermaine Ortiz card, I believe it's for like January 31st, and that's the date that Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. So it's gonna be on that card. It's gonna be on the undercard of that fight card. So yeah. We have another big fight in December, another big fight card. We have the monster Naoya Inoue against Alan David Picasso. And that fight card is going to be a big fight card right there. You know that Naoya Inoue is the unified world champion at 122 pounds. He comes to us with a record of 31 big wins by 27 big ways by knockout. And then his opponent right here, David Picasso, he has a big record too with 32 knockouts. And I believe that says 17 big ways by knockout. Now, as you can see here, Naoya Inoue is ranked number one in the world across the board. On the top, where you see the little black globe, that's number one. And for Japan, under his native flag, he is the number one fighter. Alan David Picasso, he is ranked number two in the world in that weight division. And amongst Mexican fighters, he is ranked number one in that division at 122 pounds. So Naoya Inoue always fights the top guys in his division. And this is going to be his next fight right here, which in fact, Junto will be fighting on that fight card, I believe, too, as well. And uh yeah, that guy ain't going nowhere against Junto. Yeah, I was looking him up too. He's done. Uh Let me see if I can pull up that fight card. I'll do that in a bit. Hold on. Who else did we have wanting to fight as well? Uh That's Junto. I mean, Naoya Inoue versus Alan David Picasso. We were talking about that fight card. And then Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Of course, where I was just talking about the Richard Hitchison and Jermaine Ortiz. Well, this is the main event right here between these two gentlemen. And about time that we get some of the top guys in some of these big glamour divisions to actually fight each other. It seemed of late the only person that was calling out these big names and getting in the ring with these guys was none other than only freaking Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia called out Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia called out Devin Haney. It wasn't the other way around. So, in terms of getting these big fights and these names in the rings to fight each other while they're still in their prime, these are the fights we want to see. These are the type of fights we want to see. We just saw Devin Haney fight Brian Norman Jr., in which that was a great fight of two fighters in their prime at the top of the game. World titles were on the line. I was talking about Keyshawn Davis saying that he doesn't want to pay for any more sanctioning fees. Well, good luck with that, Keyshawn Davis. Good luck with that. I tell you what, announce to the world that you don't want to pay sanctioning fees and watch how these belts treat you like you got leprosy or something. Watch how these belts they don't mess with you no more. Why? Because they know you ain't gonna pay. So don't come knocking on any other organization's doors to be a world champion when you're not going to pay the sanctioning fee. You don't need us. And good luck trying to get those names in the ring with you when, if you don't got a belt to offer and they have a belt, you think they're going to vacate your belt to please you? You think that these guys are going to. So, Keyshawn Davis, watch how these organizations, and let's see where your career goes after this announcement. How many people are going to support you when you don't even want to be a world champion? You don't even want to be a world champion, Keyshawn. You're blatantly telling your all your fans in the world, fuck the belts, support me, come out to see me. And if Richard Hitchison wants to fight me, he has a belt. He priced himself out. So now Jermaine Ortiz is getting the shot once again. And it's just this new movement that I believe would really shoot your career. Let's just be honest, people. How the hell are you going to get into a sport and say you don't want to fight for the biggest prize? Because you don't want to pay a 3% to an organization that it was established? See, let me explain to you why we pay for these belts in the first place, right? The belt was established, right, as a world title. The organization backed it by their history and knowledge that they're the ones that have the belts. What they allow you to do is to compete for their belt. You pay a sanctioning fee to be able to win it. That's how the sanctioning fees were established. The belt is never yours. The belt's the organization that backs boxing. But there was only one way they can make money, because they're not promoters. They don't put the fights together. So what you're paying for is their stamp of approval through years of champions. 100 years of boxing has passed, and the belts have established themselves that deem you worthy, that there's no other belts on planet Earth that anybody can wave around as a boxer and say he's the world champion. They can't do that, can they? Why? Because the alphabet boys are the ones that made the law. They're the ones that got the 100 years backing them of history of champions. And you pay a 3% into that. These guys want to say you don't pay for a sanctioning fee in and football. You don't pay a sanctioning fee in baseball. And that almost sounds like someone said something smart. Almost, for like 10 seconds. Until you take another 10 seconds and you think it through. That's not even close. Because what you don't realize is in football, baseball, and in basketball, you got owners, stadiums, people that go to that one building to buy tickets that fill it up day in and day out, week in and week out. Boxing doesn't have a stadium. Boxing doesn't have one place. And we don't got managers that own different arenas around the world. So no one pays into it. Whenever you make a fight, we pop up. It's a different world. Nice try from a bunch of guys that don't know shit about boxing to compare it to the NFL. And then feed it to our champions. Then all of a sudden you hear Terrence Crawford say, the NBA doesn't pay for a trophy. Bro, did you really just say that? Did you not take into account they got stadiums, 50-something managers? They pay their guys $100,000 million freaking contracts? The guy on the bench makes $1 million. Did you fail to mention that they fill out 55,000 easy? 55,000 people easy in the NFL. Man, come on, man. Are you kidding me? And it's like, these guys are like, we don't want to pay for it. Man, that's what made the belts. That's the organization that stamped it. And that's the way the law was. From the first boxing match, the first guy paid a sanctioning fee. What makes you any different? What makes Keyshawn Davis better than the first boxer to ever pay a sanctioning fee? Why? Because he's cool? I tell you what. Keyshawn Davis, from me to you, keep doing what you're doing. Keep fighting the fighters you want to fight. Don't fight for any world titles. Don't achieve anything in your career. Let's see where your name ends up when it's all said and done. Right in the forgotten zone. 10 years after you retire, you will be forgotten. Keyshawn who? Oh yeah, we remember him. He had a meltdown. He lost his belt on the scale and went and freaking. That's what we know of Keyshawn. That's what's gonna happen. Keep talking that talk. When they mention your name in world title fights, the organizations ain't gonna stamp the fight. They're gonna tell the fighter that's a champion, don't fight him. And you're gonna get passed up, and you're gonna wonder why they don't give Keyshawn Davis no title fights. And everybody he wants to fight, I don't know where he's gonna get these big names that are not champions for all these millions of dollars. Where's he gonna get it? And he was only a champion for all of 10 seconds. Keyshawn Davis. He thinks that what? That's gonna last, sustain him to get a $30 million fight. This guy is delusional. I just hope that they make a real example out of Keyshawn, the boxing world, the boxing gods, so that nobody else does this again. I hope they just close the door on him and don't give him no title shots and to just let him complain for the rest of his life of how they blackballed him in boxing. And then they'll just go back and play the tapes where he said he ain't gonna pay no sanctioning fees. So they're not fucking with him. Because this has gotta stop. This has gotta stop. All this thing like taking the belts out of boxing and fighting for nothing, that's crazy. We've come too far. This is the way it is. Oh, challenge it. Let's not pay sanctioning fees. Well, then the next belt you fight for won't have any history. Who the fuck would have that belt that you'd be holding? And what does it mean? And then right after you do that, the fucking French champion is going to say he's the champion of the world. And then the Russian champion, and then the Swedish champion. And who can argue with them? When you guys destroyed our belts, what the one thing we did have in boxing, for what? For a free belt? Floyd never had that belt. Ali never had that belt. Leave shit alone. I want the belt that Ali had. I want the belt that Floyd had. I don't want these fucking cheap made up belts. And if they were to fall because of fighters like Keyshawn Davis, nah, if you ask me, it's a fair exchange. Get rid of Keyshawn and keep the belts. Fuck it. He doesn't want to fight for them anyway. Let him go fight in some TKO league. Go sign up with Dana White. There you go. You can be the face of that league, that turkey, Keyshawn Davis. That's not for any belts. And you could sign into a blood sucking contract that they pay you like 600,000 for like the title fight and shit, and you can stay over there. There you go. You can get everything you asked for. Just stop fighting here and go over there. Bingo, Keyshawn. No sanctioning fees, no belts. Just go to Turkey over there. There you go. You're not gonna get paid millions because he's already got it. Dana White's got his structure, and you'll be working for the man, basically. Yeah, all your rights and all your everything will be stripped of you, and they'll tell you what to do for the cheapest money. But you'll be busy, and you'll probably be their champion in a heartbeat because you'll be the most talented. But you'll still only fight for $600,000 a fight. Maybe Dana will give you a bonus. I don't know. But there you go. Go that way. Leave our boxing alone. You don't want to fight for the belts. We don't need you. We don't need you. That's it.
You finished your rant?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, shout out to the chat. Joaquin, J Stacks. J Stacks wants to know where you watching it on. The Pacheco fights on the zone.
Yep, under the zone. I'm
Um,
watching down the zone.
Box Lab's got a card going on right now on YouTube. It's I think Joanny Stellas is fighting right now, but the main event is Mike Brown. I don't know who he's fighting. I forgot who he's fighting. And then Sean Boxing's got something on YouTube as well. It's over down in the Dominican Republic. It's Edmund de los Santos is fighting over there, and Eric Mini Bachman Rosa. They're fighting over there.
In Santo Domingo, huh?
Yeah. Hey, hey, real quick,
Yeah.
Camachito. Shout out to Chosen One Productions. He corrected something that he told you over the phone that you forgot to mention
What was that?
on that Jermaine Ortiz and Richardson Hitchin card. Carlos Adames is fighting on there.
Okay.
and Shushu
Bruce
Carrington.
Carrington.
Yep, it's fighting on there, and they're both fighting for title shots. I think that's what he wrote in the chat.
Mm. Well, another like a title eliminator type thing, because doesn't Bruce already have like the interim or something?
I believe so. And then he mentioned something about Keith Colon, but he got confused. There's another Puerto Rican fighting on that card.
Cologne.
No, but Colon's fighting on the Suriel card. It'll be too close for Keith to fight again.
Okay. Okay. Hey, and what's about this AJ and Tyson Fury card? I mean, yeah, being announced by Saudi there, but AJ's supposed to be fighting Jake Paul in
Bro,
a
that's
couple
that's
days.
that's Turkey's fucking tactics. You know that.
Man, Turkey's fucking he does this all the time, bro. But you see, he keeps the guys' names. But since the boxing, we're not used to shit like this, man. Like I think it kind of jinxed the guys or something. Like,
Yeah, Turkey, dude. Turkey. I like the fights that he puts together. I just don't like the way he's going about things. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Bull Rider wants. It's funny he mentions this because you and I were talking about this on the phone earlier. He says, "Will Sadjo's muscles be his worst enemy tonight?"
um,
This is the guy that's
actually,
fighting Pacheco. Pacheco.
right, Pacheco. Now, the thing is, he fights like in Billy. In Billy, you would think that his muscles will fill up with a lot of blood and gas, but he's used to fighting like that because they grew up like that with that muscular body. And if he was the type of guy that like Mike Tyson never lift weights, he just looked jack, right? Then those kind of guys like the Evander Holyfields and the AJs, they seem to be able to manage that shit well rather than a guy that lifts weights and got bigger and boxed where your muscles are going to fill up with a lot of lactic acids. And then, you know what I mean? So, and the thing is, Sogo there, he boxed him, Billy. He fought him. And not in the pros like that, right? But in like in the amateurs and sparring shit, he fought against guys like that. So I think this is a dangerous fight for Pacheco, if you ask me. As
Gabe,
quiet as kept, it's a
yeah, it's
dangerous fight.
dangerous. Gabriel Flores is walking into the ring right now. They I guess the zone's got a poll out. They got Cordina beating him 90% to 10%.
Listen, this is the floor. I was telling you this. This is the
Yeah.
Flores I was talking about. If he loses tonight, I feel like he's done. This kid has been here for a long time. This Flores kid, we expected a lot from him. It seems like he's been in boxing forever and he hasn't gone really anywhere.
You know who I
He
confused him with? I confused him with Elijah.
oh
Elijah Flores. When you was talking to me, I had him confused because you said Flores,
yeah,
and
that's him.
the first
Right.
name that came to me was Elijah Flores, and I was
Nah,
like,
yeah. And he got his ass. This is the one that got by Alberto Lopez.
yeah,
That Alberto Lopez beat the brakes off him. So
but
I
yeah,
don't
Pacheco's in for a long night tonight. I think.
this kid can fight, bro.
Hey, we
Damn,
talked
he can fight.
we talked about this before, you and I, but I want to see what the chat has to say about this.
Joe Cardine can fight, bro. He's
Yeah, yeah.
he he was an IBF champion.
I want to know what the chat got to say about this, since
You know
everybody
what?
and every boxing outlet and fucking
Hit that
promotional
thumbs up.
company,
Yep.
they're trying to sabotage this Subriel card heavy.
Oh, big time.
My question
Big time.
is, you and I talked about it, but I want to know what the chat thinks. If they really want to sabotage it, I want to know what would happen if Dalton Smith magically last minute either A pulls out or B magically gets hurt, similar to like MJ versus Inoue. He kept getting hurt, or
Not
I'm sorry,
not
Sam Goodman,
Sam
Sam
Goodman,
Goodman,
yeah.
Sam
Sam
Goodman
Good. Yep.
kept getting hurt and kept postponing and shit like that. They already got the card together.
Hmm.
This is something that Turkey, Matchroom, or somebody may try. If that was to
Oh,
happen,
well. Hypothetically, I don't feel like they're not trying.
no,
They're doing. They are sabotaging this fight card, and it's apparent. And that's my opinion. I have no proof on that, but what I'm saying is
it's all
you throw
speculation. I know.
you throw salt on the main event to discourage people from even buying tickets from the gate. Then what you do is they're a small promotional company, and if the main event falls apart, then they would believe their whole card would fall apart, right? Okay. So Fresh Production has to be smart about this and have somebody on a standby. But they have a valuable chip. Fresh Promotion has pieces they can play, and they've been playing with the big boys up there in the promotional game because they have a world title. So if Dalton Smith pulls out, whoever gets their shot is getting a shot at a world title. Okay? So they have leverage. They just have to have a decent name on standby. I don't know who that would be, but they got to be smart because it doesn't seem like no one's coming to Sabrina Matia's aid. The WBC are not really putting out articles that really prove his innocence. Vada ain't releasing any statements calling him clean, neither. And it seems like Sabrina Matias, you know, has been going on these podcasts and explaining things. And I don't think he'll ever get everybody to quite understand. But understand this, that if the people that deem these events to take place are saying the event can go ahead, well, then who am I? And for those that say he had the banned substance in his system, is a cheater no matter what, and that we're backing up cheating, well, then you're obviously ruling out a tainted substance. So nothing on planet Earth can be tainted. Anything that's tainted, you're a cheater, according to you. So if we listen to fans like you, we'd go nowhere in life. Nowhere. If the first thing we heard in life, we found it guilty and we didn't look at no evidence, that's a bad way of thinking. You must get railroaded in life and blindsided by your friends, families, and relationships because you don't see shit coming. You're not a visionary. You're only a one track, one sided person that doesn't believe that anyone what can't get a tainted substance? No, that doesn't exist in your world. So, like I explained, say you're at a job, you're outside, you're on a smoke break, and you ask your friend next to you for a cigarette. In his cigarette pack, he has a marijuana joint. Some of the joint comes out of the marijuana joint, and when he packs his cigarette once again, it goes into the cigarette. You, unbeknownst to that, you take the cigarette, you light it, you smoke it. You don't even taste the weed. You don't feel any of the effects, and you sure the hell didn't get high off a couple flakes. But the next day they test you, and guess what happened? You popped for marijuana. Now, you never smoked weed in your life. You didn't get high from the marijuana, and you didn't get any effects. But guess what your job said? You're dirty. You're fired. Now, you take it all the way to the top. You take sample A, you bring it to the lab, and you clear your innocence. They proved that the amount of marijuana in your system would have not affected your performance at your job that day. It was impossible. But for the rest of the company, when you go back to work, when they give you your job at lunch, everybody looks at the weed head. Yeah, that's the one right there. Got popped dirty and must have kissed ass to get his job back. No, but proving his case, now he has to be a kiss ass. Now he has to be this. Now he has to be that.
And then everybody at work is gonna be saying, "Pa eso fuma."
Right. And this guy, all he did was go outside and ask for a cigarette. He got a tainted substance.
Yo, shout out to your manager, Bang Bang, in the building.
So to all the people that say, look at round one, one of these guys got on my channel and said, Ness is right. Round one is supporting a cheater. Supporting a cheater or supporting someone that's trying to clear their name. And what if these people are trying to put us, the people, the boxing fans, against the good ones? He's putting us against ourselves. You know, those small guys that are trying to come up, that are trying to establish something, and those big corporations don't want to let you in, and they smear your products and say they don't work and that you use cheap material just to slander your name so people don't call you, so that you don't get up into the big room with them. And all of a sudden, they released this story that he was under the threshold, but they got guys like this calling him a cheater. And they got guys like them putting down the very guy that they said if they were in the position themselves, they would strive to build their company. But how is it that the big guys, the big corporations got your own people to turn on you? They released this story and got guys like this saying round one sports talk is defending cheaters. First of all, what cheater? Who did he cheat against? He wasn't boxing in a ring. He didn't piss dirty after a fight. He
Here,
didn't hurt
here's the
anybody.
here's the thing, Edwin, that you and I, even on your past two previous lives, talked about it, but nobody else is talking about it. What they fail to realize is, okay, that test that he took on November 9th, the A sample came back at 0.085. The second sample, the B sample, I mean, came back with no number, which leads to believe it's not factual. I'm just using common sense here. It leads to believe that the numbers were less than the original 0.085. Is that true? I'm not
Listen,
saying it is.
okay,
Now, hold on, hold
listen.
on, hold on. Let me finish
Yeah,
my thought.
yeah.
After that, he's been tested three more times, and all three times came back negative. So, if he was, like some people are claiming, micro dosing, it defeats the purpose of micro dosing if you know what I'm saying. It's not going to give you any performance.
Right.
But that being said, those three tests came back negative, and nobody's mentioned nothing about that because they're still stuck on that second test. Because the first test, Soliman posted, "Congrats to both boxers for a clean sport. Fight is on," or whatever he wrote. And then that second test is the one that came back with the so-called doping. But again, after that test, he's tested three times since, and all three came back negative, and nobody talks about that.
Okay. All right. Where is it? Somebody put down something interesting in the chat here. Okay, wait, I gotta find it. Who were you? I saw it. He put down something about it said rules are rules.
Hold on. That's Aníbal.
All right, read it to me. What did it say?
Well, first, the first one he says, so you can get the
Yeah.
understanding. He said, Matias gets a pass. His levels wasn't above the tolerance. And then Bang replied to him and said, Hannah, they weren't, and it all lines up with cross contamination. That's when he wrote after, rules are rules. He didn't break it. Basically, he didn't break the rules because it was under the threshold.
Okay, that is the greatest fucking question right there. That is the best comment that right there I've heard. Because in these cases where you have fighters that are testing positive for banned substance, if we find it in your systems, the rules are the rules. You're dirty. Okay, so the rules are the rules. No matter how you got it into your system, these are the rules. And guess what? You are dirty. So that is the best statement in the world because the rules are the rules. If he wasn't over the threshold, then he wasn't considered dirty. Rules are the rules. If he wasn't over one, then what are we talking about?
Yeah, why was it even reported?
Rules are the rules. If it was in your system, then you're dirty. If you're not over the threshold to be reported as a cheater, then the rules are the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm just reporting the rules. And the rules state he never cheated. Bottom line, the rules state it doesn't matter whether under the threshold, whatever, the rules state he committed no foul. No foul. And I believe that after this fight concludes, he will be exonerated of that 1 year probation as well. This was all kind of like, Sabriel, if you say yes to the 1 year probation type thing, where it's not, it's like a unsupervised probation, he has to pay for all the testing out of his own pocket. Subriel does. Um, and this is just a precautionary measure so that, you know, it makes both parties feel safe, just in case there was some foul play or not. What would you going to put you under this probational period? But no sooner that this fight concludes, because Sobia said if he appeals the decision that they gave to him, right, there was no suspension, there was no fines, there was just a probation. So they said, and then we'll go back to this after the Dalton fight. So, as a fighter, do you really need to be going to court fighting a court case or the public's perception of you? Or should you be focused on training on your fight? Should you rely all your effort? So you say, look, put all this shit on the back burner right now. I don't got time for this shit. I got to fight Dalton Smith in New York City in front of all my people and make my first title to fight on my new title with the WBC. Not only that, but Subriel Matias is going to come into this fight. And believe me, you guys, you're going to want to be in New York on this day. They're going to say in New York City when Subriel Matias fought Dalton Smith, where were you? Man, that fight was a banger. Because Subriel Matias is not only going to go out there to prove to the world that, they're going to test him before the fight, after the fight, and everything. And if his performance drops, that's going to speak bad on him. But when he goes out there and he stops Dalton Smith, or he makes Dalton Smith throw in the towel, and you see that his punch selection doesn't, his punch output doesn't slow down, his power is still there, and Sabir shows up and puts a real ass whooping on this dude, then, he's going to feel like he's going to have to perform well to show the people I've never been on this shit. This was truly a mistake. This was truly a tainted substance. We found what it was. They tested it. We've been more than transparent with the WBC and the New York Boxing Athletic Committee, so much and so that you, as a fighting fan, have not heard anything else. Had you? If the New York Boxing Athletic Committee felt like Subriel's team wasn't cooperating, wouldn't they make a statement and tell you? Did you ever hear anything like that? If Vada said that they didn't cooperate or their transparency, they would have said it. So Subriel is refusing to tell us where it came from. He's no, Instead, they have been more than transparent with throughout the whole investigation. In fact, and most outlets that I checked on, they said that Subriel Matias and his team has been the most transparent out of any boxer in recent years they can think of. They were like, it was so easy to work with them. Because every time they call Subriel's team, they say, yep, we got it right here for you. Whatever do you need, we got it. And they
Hey,
provided everything.
shout out to the chat. Coquise in the building. Richard, saluda, papi. A couple things. Bull Rider, he's fucking hilarious. He says Subriel is the new Bill Clinton. He didn't inhale.
He didn't inhale. He didn't inhale. All right.
um, Bang Bang got a good matchup. I would like to see that as well. Tito Mercado looked good. I disagree with that, but he says he'd like to see him against Emilio Vargas. That'll be a good matchup. That'll
Ooh.
be a fucking
Now that's
phenomenal
a good
matchup.
fight.
Hey, and let me see. Koki says Matias needs to give the performance of his life, leave
Yeah.
no doubt in the fans.
Yeah.
Uh, George, yes. Vic Season did a video exposing Chris Algieri. In that video, Chris Algieri's energy when Ryan was caught dirty with the higher levels of ostering, Chris Algieri came out
Yep.
publicly and was like, we got to give it, we got to look into it some more because we don't know, the levels. We don't know like basically like looking out or backing up Ryan without having the full facts. Then when it came to Matias, it was immediately fuck that guy
Oh, fuck that guy.
for
Yeah.
a way lower amount. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Ryan
So
was
that,
60 times over the limit.
yep,
60 times. And Subriel was under the limit.
correct,
But he said,
S-
fuck Subriel.
correct.
Okay.
So it's the agenda that they got going on for Suriel. They're trying to sabotage not only this event, they're trying to sabotage his career. Koki says, I like to see Matias sit on his punches and give Dalton ultimate punishment. Ha, there goes Vic Season in the building. Um,
My boy. Vic season.
Bang says Suriel is gonna thrash Dalton Smith and Suriel gonna look at Eddie Hearn like this is what you wanted.
Yo, is the thing is that I truly believe that, guys. I believe that they just some of like the top guys, man, they just go out there and even fucking perform even better. I remember when like they try to like do something about to Michael Jordan saying he was gambling on golf courses or whatever and that he was out of control and this and that. And then Michael just came out and just rocked them. Tom Brady did the same, like all the greats. And Sabrina Matias is going to be a real great fighter for Puerto Rico when it's all said and done. And I know that he's going to respond well. I can see it in Sabrina Matias's eyes. Um, he's going to make Dalton Smith pay for everything they for them running his name through the mud. He's gonna make Dalton Smith pay for that. He's gonna take the ass whooping, just like when they accused Naoya Inoue of hand wraps, and Stevens Kubo Fulton's team decided on the last day before the fight to call Japan's hero a cheater in front of all the Japan reporters and news. That's when you chose to do that. You couldn't say that behind the scenes. You couldn't bring that up in the meeting in the room and say, hey, I want you to wrap your hands like this behind closed doors. You had to read off a letter and accuse the great hero of Japan that your guy, he's a fraud. He's not a hero. He wraps his hands like this, and this is why he wins. Man, he wrapped his hands the way he told him, and he did that to see. You got to prove yourself who you are. Are you really him? And Sabir Matias is going to have to remind the world, brother, there are cheaters in this world, but I ain't one of them. There are steroid careers. This ain't one of them. Everything I've done it through hard work and dedication. And I promised my brother Yandel that I would not give up and that I would fight and become a world champion and represent the island of Puerto Rico at its finest. And Suber Matias, make no mistake, he is doing that at a high level for the island of Puerto Rico. And he's doing it on the up and up. People, tainted substance is a real thing. Everybody tries to use it. And it's upsetting that many of the times that people say that they're not cheating, they're all cheating. But every now and then there's this rare case that one guy happens to be the case. You know, it was a funny saying a gentleman once told me. He said he went to jail and he had a conversation with a whole bunch of people. And what he found out was everybody in jail is innocent. And we both had a big laugh. He says, because everybody always says they're innocent. You don't believe every sad story you hear, but you have to do an investigation. You have to be smart about things, and you have to learn to follow the evidence. And in Sabir Matias's case, there's been a lot of things said, but I noticed that what has not been said, clearing his innocence, has been nothing but easy. Because it seems like all the accusers had no problem issuing statement after statement. But upon the fight going ahead, none of his accusers happened to come up onto the social media or typing anything about absolutely clearing Subriya Matias's name. And I think that that can't be coincidence. That all of them are doing the same thing. And that Ed Hearn and all these people are saying that this fight is no good. And that all of a sudden they said Alberto Puello was going to be the replacement. Why would they say that? To put into people's head that that could be a possibility? When that was not even remotely true. Not even a tenth of a second. True. So if you saw all these things that Ringside published, you see, it was true. Ringside Magazine didn't come out and say that we could be dealing with a tainted substance. Stand by to see if the Subriya Matias fight will continue or not. What they aired out was this fight was in danger. It's in danger. It's going to fall apart. Alberto Puello. And they put all these things into the viewers' heads. All these options. So it had to be something serious. When you come to find out that it wasn't even over a threshold to even report, you can't even consider him to be a cheater. First of all, what you would be looking at is maybe he's cycling off. Then the evidence tells you, nah, I don't think so. He's surrounded by negative tests. So if the pros say to me, the amount he had in his system would give you absolutely no benefit. He's not retaining anything because we test both samples. Both samples came back the same. Sample A and sample B. Sample B just tested a little lower. It was a little lower, so it didn't read no numbers. Because the guy explained that the test is going to go two ways. It's either going to go 5% up or 5% down. So if it went 5% down, it's going to be so low that it wouldn't have been no numbers. but it still means that it's probably 0.85. So they can argue that and keep Sabrel probably on the year probation, but who knows? Who knows? This fucking Flores fight and Joe Cardenas fight is turning into be a little barn burner. They're in there slugging it out right now while we've been talking. And Flores is fighting a lot better now, right now, than in recent fights. Shit, if he fought like this in those fights, he would have been better. Damn, Flores is catching him with that check hook. And yo, George Cardenas we use a former world champion, guys. Here comes George Cardenas with the 1-2.
Bro, you're terrible with names.
Well, yeah, me, I'm always terrible. I'll kill your name, bro. I
You
will,
be butchering the shit out of names.
man. That's too many years and not taking down names. Too many
Yo, the
years.
name's on the screen. Cordina. He's from UK. You
Joe
keep
Cordina,
Cordina. You're calling
Cordina,
him Cardenas because you think.
Cordena. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it well. I am just reading what that fucking say. I will try to say it.
Hold on, because we got a hater in here. Hold on. I gotta read this.
What's
When
his
it
name? What's his
happened
name?
to Ryan, you people kept quiet.
You
Not o-
people.
hold on. Let me finish. Not only did you allow these niggas accusations, but y'all all jumped on the bandwagon when whatever his name is was the only one exposing these jealous, hating black off or whatever that means.
All right. So, okay, what did his statement mean again? Was he on Ryan's side or against Ryan? I'm confused.
No, he was on Ryan. It started off like he was not on Ryan's side,
Right.
but then
Well,
he.
the only thing with Ryan's case is that it was never definitively found out where it came from. So there was never ever Ryan could never say it came from here.
Nah, he did. His
He
scooter's
never
the plug.
he never proved where it came from.
It came from Scooter.
Where in Subier's case, they found where it came from.
Yo,
So,
yo, Subir is a jokester, right?
mhm.
He likes to joke around. You know what would be hilarious?
Nah, nope, don't do it, don't say it.
Day of the fight. Listen to me. Listen to me. Day of the fight, he gets a water bottle made that says Austrian going across.
No, that is not funny.
Hell,
There's no humor in that.
that
None.
shit'll be
No,
hilarious for all the
no, no,
haters.
no. I because and then some idiot will be like, look, we
He's
we
taking
we
Austrian.
we zoomed in on the bottle. It says it right on the bottle, and they'll pause it there and they won't let it show like it was a joke, or they won't catch the joke. And
Yo, that shit'll be hilarious though.
and then the next day, my wife will come in with a bottle with tape on it. It'll say Austrian. And she'll be like, I know how you Puerto Ricans do now. It's official.
Y'all
I
even
get,
drink this shit. Yeah,
you
not
know
only
what I'm
do
saying?
you eat it, y'all drink it
Yeah.
too.
She's just gonna be like, here, you can put this in your coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh shit. Yeah, Vic, you're right. Puerto Rican boxing's at war right now. Dude, it's like everybody is in some way, shape, or form trying to get at Puerto Rican boxing.
okay,
Period.
I think it's been long enough, and I think it's about time I bring this up to attention. All right? Shots fired. Where's Dominican boxing at now? What
Well, you got
happened?
Edwin de los Santos fighting in DR right now. He's fighting
Yeah.
for a case of plátanos and a
Yeah.
doce of presidente right now.
And what are they playing them in Dominican money? Yo,
uh, and then Mini Pac-Man's coming
Manny
back too.
Pacquiao's out there. Yo, wasn't it like 4 or 5 months ago? They was buzzing. It was like Dominican boxing was up there. The next wave, yo, that wave went down to a mini splash. It was like it
Well,
wasn't
they're
even.
The only hope right now is Rohan Polanco.
Jesus, they down to one fighter. Oh, he's
Well,
like their only hope, but they got Bronco still, right?
well, no, they
Carlos
got Hendy.
Adames.
They got no, they got Hendy Cedeño right now that's fighting Ojo Santiago. Two Dominicans. It's going to be a good
Yeah,
fight.
but
That's
that
going to be
hasn't
the
fight.
co-main.
But that hasn't happened yet.
No, but the Cedeño brothers are promising for DR. You
No,
got
of
to give it
course.
to them.
No, yeah, of course. But as champions, and
Oh
they
no,
had
no, they're
this
dead right
big,
now.
they
Está
had this big
muerto.
momentum,
Está muerto.
and I haven't heard shit.
Yo, you know what'll be dope too? And I hope he brings it back. And if Subriel's listening, I hope que haya el baile del muerto. That little dance he does at the end of a no mas.
Mm.
He got to bring that shit back. He hasn't done that shit in a couple
Oh,
fights.
when he goes like this, and
That
he's like
shit.
that,
He
and he's
got to bring.
doing that.
We need
Yeah.
that. We need that Subriel back.
Nah, that one's dangerous, bro. You take a man's life with
Yo,
that
did you
Superman,
see?
that version of
Did
him.
did you see the fight when he fought Ergashev?
Yeah.
Hey, Edwin, drop the link in the chat. Vic wanna
I,
hop on.
I.
Hey, you remember that Ergashev fight, right?
Yeah.
After Ergashev said no mas,
Hmm.
and Subriel went to go show his whole team love and shit like that.
Yeah.
He went to go do the little dance,
Right.
and Ergashev kept stopping him, and it got to the point where Subriel gave him that look like move out my way because I'm gonna do it regardless whether you like it or not, and he did it
Right.
anyways. That shit was hilarious. That's the
Yeah.
Subriel we need. If we get that Subriel
Nah, that Subiel is
for Smith,
dangerous.
yo,
Dangerous.
Smith is going to the hospital.
The Subiel we saw in Puerto Rico had compassion. I didn't really like that one too much. He
I don't think for this fight you're gonna have compassion. You
he
dropped
was
the link,
very.
Edwin?
Yeah, I did. Look, it's in the chat.
Let me see.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, maybe it didn't pop up on restream.
What you mean? It's in the YouTube on the second top. This is the second to the last. I see it. Right.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm not on YouTube. I'm on restream.
Hey yo, and I can't see none of your restream chats on my restream right now.
So that's what like when I got on, it didn't show all the chat. It didn't show the whole chat like it did before, like
Yeah,
it usually does. I mean,
right. It's not doing it for me neither. And I had did some shit yesterday, but I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did wrong.
you always fucking saying that, Edwin.
Yeah, but I was fixing new designs and I was bringing implementing new things. Like this
Yo,
right here. Look, look. Oh, things. I was moving things around and shit. But I can't see the chats at all in the in the restream. They're not showing up at all.
I can see the chat. I just can't see what you call it. I can't see the link, like the link that you say you posted. I can't see it. It usually pops up in the chat over here on Restream.
Wow. It's not even allowing me, right? Check this out. To put anything in the chat because the chat and restream ain't even opening up. But I put it in YouTube. I put the link in YouTube. So go to the YouTube and you can get the link off YouTube in the chat in YouTube.
I got backstage pass.
Yeah, or
I got VIP entry.
send Vic season
I don't have Vic's number.
you don't got him on Instagram?
No, if not, I would have sent him the link. I sent Camachito the link, but he's in Orlando right now at the
Yeah.
box lab card. So
Yeah.
he said he can't hop on. He said no link, all good. I'll pop up next time. That's Brujeria. I
Wow.
told you the link's not on there.
Damn, bro. Ah, qué mierda, ¿ah? Why doesn't it? Mira. Look, guys, show it. I order. No. Mira, it's there. You guys are there. Mira, there
Okay.
you guys are.
So
See?
now put the link in that chat.
I can't. I still don't see it. But now I can
No,
see
because
you guys.
yeah, but you didn't put it in the you put it in the YouTube chat, and depending on how you got your settings, it won't what you call it. You got to do it in the restream.
Okay. I'm trying to tell you, like, real talk. My restream. Listen, brother. How about this? I'll show you. Taking off my camera. Look, that's my boxer screen. That's my thing. That's your messages. Look at the restream. It's blank. And it has no box to send them a link. That's my mouse. You see what I'm saying? So I put your messages right here. You see? But I can't see your messages. This is where they usually go. This is all filled, and right at the bottom, you got a box where you put the link. It's blank. There's nothing there. I
You
I
fuck.
can't. You see now. You see this button right here. Now watch this. Watch this. If I go like this, I take the messages off. They're supposed to go here. See that? There is no messages. This is the chat. This is the button for the chat. I took the chat on, take the chat off. Look, watch. See? They go right here, all the chat. And the box goes here, and the code comes from right here. And I put it here. Now I put ours in the YouTube. That's where me explaining to you right now. There is no, I can't see no messages. You're not understanding.
So it's not in hold on.
On the
I might
restream chat thing that's usually all filled in messages, it's just a blank box today. So I'm trying to tell you, I couldn't put the link into a chat that's not there.
no, I just went to YouTube. The link's not in there.
This is brujeria at its finest. This is ultimate brujeria. Why does this happen?
Hold on, let me see if I can. I don't think it'll let me. Let me see. I'm gonna put it on mute just in case.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, I've
Needs some that.
never,
Give me a second. I'm
yeah,
gonna.
I've never seen anything like this.
Bang Bang said, "We truly appreciate your patience. Round one, Sports Talk is currently experiencing technical difficulties."
Let me see if, I don't know, maybe I changed the back of the screen. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna try, and then I'm gonna click it back to the chat. No chat. But this is weird because if I say show chat on screen, you guys pop up here. But none of these chats right here I can see right now. Only if I go to my YouTube. It's bugged out. It's fucking bugged out. All right, we'll fix it. Vic, I'm sorry. I would love for you to come down on the show. But I guess, Vic, there's some real brujeria going on right now. And whenever you be talking about Subir Matias,
I
out
just
of no,
posted. I just posted in the link.
out of nowhere, all of a sudden, it gets real hard to talk about for this man, huh? Seems like they're blocking us at every corner,
I
at
don't know. I
every
don't know if
angle.
it'll work though. You heard?
Yeah.
I posted it in there. I don't know if that's the right. I got a couple of them. I hope that's the right one. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on me real quick. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Flores' body language right now doesn't look too good for me. Um, who was it that knocked out Flores? His first knockout. He was an old boxing veteran. Flores came out blazing, like guns blazing. He was all over him, and then the champion just. Who was that again? Ah, I remember I watched that fight. Look at Pacheco. Kevin Malik Sadjo. He has a big size discrepancy in this fight against Pacheco, but he is a very tough fighter. Like an Mbili type fighter. He has a good work weight, a lot of pressure, and Pacheco sometimes likes to, you know, recenter himself, adjust in the middle, and take a breather. In between rounds, Pacheco has been known to take time off in between the round, try to like take a breather. And I thought that Kevin here is not going to let him breathe. I think that he's going to really put a lot of pressure on Pacheco. Now, the only thing I haven't seen in here is how either man takes either man's punches. You know, um, at different levels, the chins get tougher, and the guys are more sturdier. They're more battle testers, seasoned fighters that can take big shots. So that being said, um, you know, can Pacheco take his shots? How well he can take his shots. So that I got to see, because with a lot of pressure, taking an accumulation of damage, this could be pretty bad, a bad match for Pacheco, or it could be a really bad day for Kevin. Pacheco can crack. He's long, he's lengthy. But we know how it is with tall guys always fighting the much, much shorter guys. It can be, tricky. And an overhand shot is usually a tall guy's kryptonite, where that Kevin here has experience in fighting very tall fighters. Joe, I think it was, he fought and he beat him for the British championship out there. He's also like a French champion. So he knows how to move up and win minor titles. Here he goes right now, fighting at a pretty big stage. The winner of this can put themselves in better position at potentially a world title, since one of those belts now are vacant in the division, at 168 pound, I believe, the WBC. So, and Terrence still has the other three. Flores is falling apart here fast, and Joe is just unleashing a barrage of powers. And has been this kid Flores's MO, taking accumulation of damage and not being able to pass the threshold. Jesus Christ, he's
Yo,
getting big right now, bro.
hey,
Flores.
the link that's in the chat, that's the one that'll. I deleted the other ones. I found the one that's for here. I just it's in the chat. Whoever wants to hop on. Eddie, saludo, Bobby.
Wow, this is unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I hop off, and next time I go on, it'll fix itself. But unfortunately, I can't see any of them. I don't know what the hell is going. Yeah, I need some damn help. Why isn't my chats on?
Now I see the chat over here on my end.
You do?
Yeah, I can see the chat.
Wow, I don't see none of you anything you guys are saying unless I look on the YouTube one.
You
So
know
that's how I'm doing.
what do you care? You don't read them anyways.
it.
That's what I'm here
I'll
for.
be reading them. Stop it. I'll be reading them. I just not a lot. Okay.
Oh, whatever.
uh
Did you just do something?
why?
Oh, never mind.
Pacheco's fighting that
That dude from
dude
Ghana,
from,
Africa, they can throw.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the fight. How's it been looking?
Well, you know, um Flores looked good in the beginning. He looked good in the beginning, and then it looked like slowly but slowly
Fading.
Joe here, Cordina has been taking over the fight. Uh
Flores
he's
might get dropped this round.
I don't know, man. This is the last round right here.
Yeah.
Dan Joe's throwing big. He's gonna try to stop Flores. He's gonna try to stop Flores, bro. George is just stalking him. Gabriel Flores, man, he just doesn't have that pop and gas tank. Seems like he's always fading at the end.
On
Look
the
how much
unofficial,
fresher George Cordina looks than him.
on the unofficial card, they got him down bad.
Oh, they do? Real
Yeah,
bad?
107 and 101 unofficial.
Mm, damn. Flores doesn't want to be in there anymore. He's not throwing any punches. Look, he doesn't want to be in the fight no more.
He's throwing them, but without anything behind it.
Mm-mm-mm. Flores needed a win, bro. He needed a win. What do you think?
Another loss for Flores.
Gabriel Flores. Another loss for Gabriel Flores.
But you got to give him. He got wit in him. You know what I'm saying? He's got heart. He's got grit. You know what I mean? He might be a gatekeeper.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Damn, he's 27 fights, 8 knockouts, and 2 losses.
Hey, so who? I'm not up on it. Who's Carlos Adames supposed to be fighting?
Ah, I had to look that up for you.
Or Shushu coming after anyway.
Psst, don't you believe that shit, bro?
Yeah, he coming. Bob gonna put him in there.
Yeah, don't you just you if you couldn't drag Shushu Carrington into the ring with Naoya in a way. Don't believe that. He knows he knows level. Shushu's a very smart man. He's even a smarter boxer. He's smart enough to know to stay away from that Japanese dude. He ain't got no wins there. I don't think Shushu Carrington, right, can box better than Stephen Fulton.
He's quicker than Fulton,
I don't think he can box better than Stephen Fulton, is what I
and he's
said.
got more pop than Fulton.
I said I don't think he can box better than Stephen Fulton.
He moves better than Fulton.
I don't think he can box better than him. I don't think he can box better than Stephen Fulton. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Stephen Fulton didn't win 10 seconds. 10 seconds in any round. It was a one-sided event.
Yeah, but
One-sided.
Styles makes fights. You
I
know that.
I I don't give two shits. Styles make fight whatever you say. I'm saying that Naoya Inoue whatever style you want to try to attach to him, whatever he brings, his fight is far more superior than Bruce Carrington. And I mean by see, Junto and Naoya Inoue are like two levels apart, right? And if I think they're two levels apart, imagine what I think with Bruce. He's not even on this, bro. It wouldn't even be a good fight. It would be just from the moment the bell went ding, Bruce Carrington would be getting his ass whooped the entire fight. It wouldn't even be like competitive.
Nah, I wouldn't say all that now.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. When a man comes to watch your fight and you call his name out, Naoya Inoue went to Bruce Carrington's fight in New York. He sat there and he watched him. He didn't stay around for the main event. He didn't stay around for anything. And as soon as Bruce Carrington's fight was over, they didn't even announce the winner. Naoya Inoue stood up and walked out. I've seen everything I needed to see.
You saw
He was
enough.
not impressed
You saw
at
enough.
all. Yeah, he wasn't even impressed enough to hear the announcement of the winner and to clap for you. Bruce Carrington, at the end of Naoya Inoue's fight, stood there and applauded. And what did he say after the fight? He's in this weight division. I'm on this one. I'm going to focus on me. That's what he said. He didn't say, yep, I'm going to do everything in my power to get this guy. I want him in the ring. No. He said he's in this weight division. I'm in this one. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Nah, he said he coming for now. Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, you've been around a long time, frontline. You know what shit talking is. You know how guys call guys out, though, really don't want the smoke. We see that all the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
but
Yeah,
in a way
but
that
nothing.
in a way they didn't
I
respond.
love Bruce Carrington and I like him a lot. Stay away from Naoya Inoue.
Yo, get your pen and paper.
Stay away from him.
Main card coming up.
Stay away from that dude, bro. Just stay clear of him. You don't need that smoke.
Shushu gonna give
Don't
him a
do it. Yeah,
Brooklyn
right.
beatdown.
Nah, there's levels to this, homeboy. I
Nah.
don't think I don't listen. Here, how about this? How about this? Even the pros and the world are silently speaking to you frontline. You just don't want to read it. Does the pros in the world on the pound for pound list got Bruce Carrington on that pound for pound list? Anywhere on the list? I'll wait.
Well,
Do
he's still a
any
contender.
wait, excuse me. I don't want not what if.
No, it's not what if.
Just
I said
answer the
he's
question.
still.
You're on trial. Answer the question with a yes or no. Is he on the pound for pound? You know why?
Who snitched
You,
on me?
you know why he's not on the pound for pound?
Who snitched on me? I'm on
Hey,
trial. Who
listen.
snitched?
You know
Who's
why
the
he's not.
snitch? I need
Listen.
to know who the snitch is.
You know why he's not on the pound for pound? Because no one in the world deems him to be on that level, unfortunately. And he
No, but
hasn't.
Edwin, you're
No,
not
but
comparing.
nothing.
No, you're not comparing apples to
Oh
apples.
my God, this
You got to
guy.
understand, Shushu
I'm
is
not
at a
understanding. I'm not understanding
Shushu's a
anything you're
contender right
saying.
now.
I don't care. He's a pretender. What'd you say?
He's a
Okay, listen.
contender. He's got
Pretender.
to
What?
get
Stop saying that. All right,
when he
look.
gets a title shot. When he gets a
When,
title shot,
if you're using all these words that don't make sense.
bro. But he's
When,
got to get
if,
there some way
but,
somehow.
you know what I'm saying? Some way, somehow. Like, look, you want me to take that into account when you can't give me one guy in Bruce Carrington's name of fighters that is somebody, not one. When Naoya Inoue has fought 14, 15 world champions, he's on his 25th consecutive world title fight. He's defended all four belts, a record breaking 5 times. Are you really comparing him to a guy that never won a
No,
world title?
see that's where your bias ego side
Nope.
is it. I'm saying Shushu is coming for Inoue. I
Never.
never hold on time out. I never said he would win. I never said no. All I said was Shushu And you, the Japarican side of you, got
Yeah.
on the defense ASAP.
Okay, because either way that you bring it up, I've already played this in my head. I'm that fast. There's no way Bruce can catch him. First of all, Bruce is not that good to fight him. He doesn't have a big money crowd and he doesn't bring in a lot of fans. So he doesn't have that. He doesn't have anything Naoya Inoue wants. He doesn't have any belts. Okay. So if you
Well,
don't have
Ca-
anything,
Cardenas didn't have anything.
no, yeah, but Cardenas got put in a last minute replacement. He won the
Okay,
lottery.
so what does Picasso bring?
Picasso brings the number one WBC champion, and that's fighting your mandatory.
Wait, Picasso's got the interim, is what you're saying?
No, Picasso's the number one, and his Naoya Inoue's mandatory in the WBC, the next one up in line. He
Okay.
put in the paperwork. He has to fight him. He can't duck his mandatory.
Got you. I still think Shushu will give in a way
Shushu
run for
has
his money.
nothing to offer.
He will
Now,
he
now, the only thing he could have did, rightfully so, which would have shut me up, right? Because the fight was right there. He should have fought Stephen Kubo Fulton for that 126 WBC world title. Or if Stephen Kubo Fulton comes back down, Shushu can fight him for that belt, get that belt. Now you're in the Naoya Inoue sweepstakes. Now you're in his because you have something he wants. Now Naoya Inoue will fight him. And then now Naoya Inoue would, okay, if he knocked out Stephen Kubo Fulton in 8, he'll knock out Bruce Carrington in 6.
no, I think that fight will go the distance. It'll be a
Yeah,
decision fight.
right. You think Bruce Carrington is better than MJ?
Well, MJ was in protective custody for a while with Picasso, and now
Yeah.
Picasso came out.
Yo, listen. Picasso's gonna get beaten like a drum. Unfortunately, that kid, that Mexican kid, he's good. He's pretty decent for a fighter. On guys on his level, he'll be a world champion. There's just these special guys that sometimes don't allow you to become champion, man, because David the Monster Benavidez, I thought would have been a great one champion at 160 and had a great reign, but there was just one problem. Saul Canelo Alvarez was there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like David Pacheco and a lot of these other guys, I think would have been great champions, but and had great runs. It's just one problem. Naoya Inoue's there. And they're not getting their shine because Naoya Inoue has all the gold. That's it. So David
Before you get
Picasso,
distracted with
yeah.
Naoya, I need your pen and paper
Oh,
so we can get
listen,
these picks. And they already got him in the chat. You slacking.
I
You in
can't see
Japarican time right
anything.
now.
I can't see anything. You gotta take over. Your
You
front line, take over.
you in
Tell me who's
Japarican time.
read it on, read it off. I can't see it.
I got Bull Rider. He said Pacheco KO in fifth.
Fifth?
Bang
What?
bang boogie.
Split decision?
Nah, he's got Pacheco eighth round knockout.
Hold on, well, write this date down. Bang, 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 boogie. Wait up, bang, bang. He got Pacheco,
Eighth round
eighth
knockout.
round. And then what, Bull Rider?
Bull Rider got Pacheco fifth round KO.
Fifth round?
Yep.
Okay. Who else? Who else wants a shot at the Notre Dame's title? Who else thinks they can beat me for my championship? Who else in this building thinks? Because let me tell you something right now.
Subject to change. Hold on. Bang Bang just changed his pick. You ready for it?
What?
He said round one by technical difficulties.
By technical difficulty, knockout? No, no, oh, no, no. My pick, I got round 1 through 12, unanimous majority and split
Split.
decision, draw, tied, or disqualification. That's my
Knockout.
pick. All right, and knockout. Okay? That's my pick. No, listen. Frontline, what's your pick?
Are they in the ring yet?
Yeah, they're in the ring.
No, they're not in the ring yet.
Yo, it's in the 5th round already. You're late, bro. What's going on? All right, well, who's your pick? Come on.
I'm not gonna tell you to I'm gonna pull one of your moves.
Nah, stop it. All right, listen. Listen, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. Here at Round One Sports Talk, there has been no, and I repeat, no champion more prestigious of winning a Notre Dame's world title than me. Okay?
The
You
front
know,
line.
I just I have to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. You know what I'm saying? That's Notre Dame. Where is it? That's the belt right there. I I'm the greatest Notre Dame's champion to ever live. Okay. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I probably won it a million times. That's
Well,
all
I
cap.
can't wait till Shoe
I,
Shooters anyway. I want to see if
I'm
that
the
belt's gonna
biggest.
stand strong.
Listen,
I got
I,
Shoe Shoe.
I don't think Shushu
He
should
he
ever
he,
fight
he
him.
gonna give Inouye a Brooklyn beatdown.
I hope he never fights that man, bro. I hope he doesn't get that cocky and believe the hype. I really hope so because I don't want him to be a victim. If my honest thing, stay away from him, bro. Shushu, you don't need that fight. I mean, if you got the belt and the money was right, fuck it. You know, like Stephen Fulton did. He sold his belt for like 3 million. He didn't sell the belt. He sold his value. You know, because they still give you an opportunity to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? You can go in there and try to win, right? And you can get the 3 millions, the 3 million, the payday, and win. You know, but if it was in that case, I would take the fight than Shushu. But if you really going in there like, oh no, I'm gonna beat this dude, this, that, and the third, choo. Nah, you're not on his level, my man. Nah, you're just not. I'm sorry, bro. I think you would have been better off fighting Stephen Fulton. And I think that fight between you and Stephen Fulton was a 50-50 fight. I think that you have the better power than Stephen Fulton. And Shushu might, maybe, because Shushu took Oshashi Foster's power pretty good at that heavier weight. And he seemed like he had a good chin, Stevenson, right? I mean, yeah, Steven. But you know, that's something I would have to see how Bruce hits him and how he takes his punches. But you know, for the most part, Stephen Fulton, he's never been a power puncher. He's been more of a volume boxer type puncher. You know, and I think that fight would have been a 50-50 fight between Shushu and Scooter. And Scooter didn't win 10 seconds against Naoya Inoue. There's no way I would think Naoya Inoue and Bruce Carrington would even be close to a 50-50 fight. It'd be like more like 70-30. It's there's not nothing that tells me that you're gonna do a 50 fight with this guy that he didn't win 10 seconds against this guy. His best version of himself did nothing. And I think that would be a slugfest against you two. No, there's a reason why we think Naoya Inoue is the pound for pound great and the most elite fighter in the world. Bruce Carrington's not even in the conversation for that kind of conversation. He's not on the pound for pound list. And don't give me that shit that, oh, he's just a guy that hasn't got those fighting opportunities. He's just waiting to get this opportunity to beat that guy. Well, then you would have to show on that level that you're a tyrant. Bruce Carrington hasn't shown that. I mean, 2 fights ago, he was struggling to win. And I mean struggling. Naoya Inoue has lost in his entire career maybe 12 rounds. Maybe 12 rounds out of all his fights. He wins 96% of all rounds in his fights. Like it's ridiculous. And you think Bruce Carrington can do what? To who? Hell no. Hell no. He'll make it look easy. Like easy. Like Bruce looks good on those levels with those guys. Not one guy, not even halfway of what they are in a way that Bruce is the guys he's fighting. They're not. As a matter of fact, I swear to God on everything I love, Bruce Carrington hasn't fought anybody that's better than Naoya Inoue's kid brother. As skill wise, he hasn't fought anybody better than Naoya Inoue's kid brother. No, Bruce can't fight with Naoya Inoue. No, 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 no. No, in what world? Just nah, nah. I don't give a fuck about his size, Bruce's size. I don't care about any of that shit. This dude is a real killer, bro. This fucking Japanese dude is a superhero. This motherfucker, bro, 5 weight division. And his power is still popping off like, yo, did you see that punch that he hit that freaking North Korean dude, Yi Young Kim with? Did you see that punch?
Yeah, but who is
Yo,
Kim?
like this, like this, like this.
But
He
who is
went.
that dude?
Yeah,
He's
but
a nobody.
okay. He's just as much of a nobody name than any Bruce Carrington fighter.
So, but you're giving Inoue credit for that fight, though. You see, so that means that
No, wrong,
Shushu
wrong, 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 wrong.
gets in the
Back it
ring
up,
with
back
him.
it up, back
Shushu
it
gonna
up,
destroy him.
back it up, back it up. You see how you add words into the. I didn't give him credit for the
Hold
fight.
up, hold up. James and Carlos just came in the building. Yo, pick Pacheco or Sadjo, whatever of Africa.
Kevin.
Put
Yo,
your picks in.
hold up. You see how you add things? Oh, but you're giving credit for Naoya anyway for that fight. No, I never gave him credit for the fight. I gave him credit for the punch.
Well, it
I
was a
said,
last minute
I
replacement
said,
anyway, right?
I
Because that
said
was supposed
yes,
to be Sam Goodman.
yes. I said, did you see the punch he hit that guy with? I didn't care about the guy because the opponent was a last minute 10-day replacement because this other dude entered the witness protection program by bashing his face, not once, but a second time in that fight to fight Naoya Inoue. That Sam Goodman wanted no part. An undefeated fighter ranked in 2 of the major sanctioning bodies wanted no part of that guy. All right? I'm just trying to tell you that I like Bruce Carrington, but don't be stupid.
Yo, write this down. Carlos got Pacheco by stoppage, 7th round. We still waiting for James by this.
I don't know where you guys think this Pacheco kid is going to stop this dude. He's going the distance. Anytime he has a real problem or a guy that he starts settling and just throwing punches in the fight, doesn't really go for the finish, only if he got the guy hurt. This fight is going the distance.
The only advantage that Pacheco has is age. 26 against a 35-year-old. He's already 35. So stamina might play a big part. Pacheco likes going to the body, so
You know what I'm afraid of? That Pacheco's gonna try to be too relaxed in the fight. He's
he's
gonna
gonna
try
get
to be
caught.
like, and he's gonna be try to be like too relaxed, like looking at the guy like, dude, you don't belong in here with me. Take it easy, little guy. I don't have to do much to beat you, and pow, he get caught. Yo, I'm taking the ops, Kevin, 8th round.
And
That's a
Pacheco got, yeah, it's right. Bang, he said height and reach as well. Pacheco got the height reach advantage and the
yeah.
age.
I'm taking Kevin, 8th round. All right. He's gonna knock out Pacheco in the eight. Nah, nah, nah. Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. Uh,
Subject to change.
nah, I was never gonna take Kevin. I think Pacheco's gonna whoop his ass. Um, I think Kevin is strong and everything, but Pacheco's gonna beat him. I just think that I don't know, man. I think it's gonna go the distance. Somehow it tells me it's gonna go the distance, but I can see Pacheco hit him with a nice body shot later. You know, uh, Frontline, what do you got?
The bell ain't ring yet.
Come on, bro. Pacheco stepped in the ring and the other just now, and the other guy's already in the ring.
Oh,
So,
then you're ahead of me.
all right, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna take.
Uh-oh. James, write this down. James got Pacheco by TKO. Oh, no. Come on, James. He's saying after the six. We need an exact
An exact
round.
round. It has to be exact. All right. I'm taking Pacheco. I'm taking Pacheco. 10th round stoppage. I got Pacheco in the 10th. Frontline, what do you got? Frontline. I'm waiting.
Hold on. I'm talking to the Oracle right now. You just can't
Oh
hear
my
it. Hold
God,
on.
Starlight. Crystal ball. Tell me,
James got the eighth. He picked the
who's
eighth.
going to win? James, 8th round? Oracle says that's bullshit. Straight cap. Ain't going down, James. You do not have the winning pick. Because I have the winning pick. I have the crystal ball. Crystal ball. I can see into the boxing world. 10th round. You guys are all going to lose. That's it. I have talked to the crystal ball and the oracle. They said 10th round. Uh,
I got Pacheco ninth round.
oh, you're going one round underneath. Okay. Front line
I got
coming in.
after the ninth. So it could be ninth, 10th, 11th, or
No,
12th.
it can't get it. No, it can't.
I got Pacheco nine.
Good luck,
Oh shit.
everybody.
Wait, hold
Everybody,
on. Who picked the eighth? I know James just picked it.
James
Oh,
got the eighth.
Bang Bang picked eighth.
No, he did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bang Bang Boogie picked the eighth. Yup. And Bull Rider
James.
picked the fifth. Carlos picked the seventh. James got the eighth with Bang Bang. They're gonna have to.
they're
they're gonna
gonna
they're gonna
have
have
to
to
share the
share.
belt.
They're gonna have to share the belt. Yeah. James can wear the belt Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then he can wear mid Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Hey,
Okay.
Bang Bang gets weekend custody. That's it.
Yeah, of the belt. Yeah. And then Frontline got the ninth round, and the real winner here is round one sports talk. I got the real round, the 10th round, and that's when he's getting stopped. Okay. So you guys think you're gonna beat me for the Notre Dame world title? You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, after the fight, I done lost my belt. Shit. Listen, hey, yo, you guys, we're gonna have a great time, amazing time. If you think you can beat me here at Round One Sports Talk for the Round One Sports Talk title, that it proves to the boxing gods you know what you're talking about. You know how to call your stuff. So join us here at Round One Sports Talk. Don't forget to get your picks in and make sure it's not too late to try to win the Notre Dame World title. But I know it's gonna be all, and it's gonna all be all not worth it because you know who the real winner is gonna be right here, Round One Sports Talk. I always walk away with the belt. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do here. So,
Wait, question. Who's the current champ right now?
me, I'm the current champ. I called the
Get the
last
fuck
fight.
out of here. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well, oh, the Haney fight. I forgot you were Haney. Yeah,
I
your
called
ass
it.
is. Yeah,
I
you get.
won.
Did you get your bonus?
Huh?
Did you get
My
your
my
bonus?
Christmas bonus. No, the Bill Haney hasn't sent it to all of us out yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for that one and the last check to clear. I mean, I don't get Haney checks. What are you talking about? Ah, yo, I wish I was getting some Haney checks. Here we go. Here's the main event. Let's get into this fight. Let's call this fight right here. This is all what we wanted to see. It's a lot of boxing cards today. A lot of I was watching boxing all over the place. Got Box Labs up here still popping.
I'm gonna change my pick.
Ain't no changing the pick. Round one started. Kevin Lele Sacho. He's and nice jab right now by Pacheco, measuring the distance. Kevin, he's got a high guard. He's keeping his head off the center line, moving, shifting. Pacheco, he's jabbing. He's straight. I want to see how Sadjo, what he does to work on the inside or work his way. How does he work his way in? He's using the jab strong and throwing big shots downstairs to the body. And they tie up right now. Referee breaks them up. They both recenter. Pacheco throws a lazy, straight right, little jab over. And Kevin is doing kind of like a Mike Tyson esh, where he's in the high guard, kind of like a Peeky Boo style, and he's trying to get under Pacheco's guard right now. They tie up, they break up, and Pacheco once again goes back to work with the jab, popping the jab out there. Kevin, in the high guard, takes a couple shots upstairs, but all partially blocked. Nothing really significantly landed so far from either fighter, and they tie up again in the center of the ring. For the most part, the referee is trying to let them work their way out, coming in when he needs to. They both start over. Pacheco popping the jab up, doubling up on the jab right now. And Kevin is still trying to work his angles to see how he's he going to get in here. Pacheco let off a good uppercut, partially blocked. They tie up. They're hugging up against the ropes right now, and the referee breaks them up and they recenter in the middle of the ring. David Pacheco is popping the jab again. And Kevin, he hasn't really found any success in this round. And ooh, he's grabbing Pacheco's arm and he tried to hit Pacheco like that. He was holding, cuffing one arm like this and grabbing. And the referee didn't seem to see that. Ooh, nice shot by Satchel. Nice shot. Ooh, good body shot by Pacheco right there. And the round comes to an end. I give that round to Pacheco. I'm gonna get something to drink. Front line. Where's my front line? Where's my dude at?
I'm still here.
Oh, he's right there. Front line. Keep the chat going. Read off some chats. Front line. Like I said, I can't see them, so I gotta get something to drink.
Yeah, Pacheco did get caught with a nice overhand right and that towards the end of the round. Kind of had a quick stanky leg, but regained it quick. So we'll see how round two starts off. Let's see what we got going on in here. We got one person that says Kevin won that round. I didn't see it. I think Pacheco pulled it off. He was more busy, threw more jabs.
I was gonna say, tell me he knocked him out.
And the way down for his third time in his career by Shushu Carrington. Oh, you didn't hear that?
What? What happened?
Oh, Shushu knocked down Inouye in the second round.
Yeah, right. Choo-choo's
Uh,
got a lot of proving to do.
Kevin's getting more comfortable. He's
Oh shit! Nice check hook by Kevin. Watch this.
what you got for timestamp, Edwin?
I got a minute and 10 seconds. 9, 8.
I'm 20 seconds behind you.
Mm. He's putting a lot of pressure on Pacheco. Got Pacheco going backwards right now. Pacheco's fighting well going backwards for the most part. But it's that overhand shot for taller guys that the shorter guy can get to the taller guy a lot faster, a lot quicker. Uh, so yeah, but
Here's a
Pacheco right now is
question:
really working this jab right now. Yep.
Can
Eh,
Can Pacheco keep up with that pressure for 12 rounds?
well, I think he can. I haven't really, noticed or recall Pacheco gassing out in fights. I think he's been, brought up from David the Monster Benavides, his dad's team, right? I think they bringing him up well and everything. So, uh, yeah, I think he'll be able to sustain. Now I can't recall a fight where I seen him gas out. If anybody knows that, can put it in chat or whatever, or that you saw a fight like that you felt that he did gas out in it. So yeah. But we're going into the third round right now. I actually give the other guy that round that just passed. So I think I got it 1-1. I mean, that round could have went a little bit either way. I did come in a little bit. I remember now that I remember I got a juice, so I didn't see the first part of the round. So
To
let
the
me
Austrian?
yeah, I went and got some Austrian. You know how we Puerto Ricans do. We love that Austrian. You know what I mean? So fucking the boxing world got us looking real bad in these streets, huh? Got these rumors flying.
Yo, what do you think? There's a lot of hugging and semi wrestling.
Yeah, I see that.
That shit might wear Pacheco out a little bit more because he's doing more of the manhandling. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah,
Kevin's doing that on purpose to
yeah, to wear them down.
wear him down. I think.
And that's exactly what I said about um where that I felt that Pacheco likes to box, and at there's certain points in the round he takes off to breathe and to think and things like that. And I thought that this kid, Kevin, wasn't going to give him those opportunities to breathe and relax in between sequences. And exactly what Kevin's doing right now is exactly what I thought he would be doing to Pacheco. Keep making him work, keep making him guess, keep making him, you know what I mean? And it would be a really good boxing test for for Pacheco to to take this kind of fight and to see if he could pass and weather this kind of test and storm. It would speak to his pedigree as he's coming along. So yeah. And like you said, he has age on his factor. Sadjo is what, 35 years old, so he is the much older guy. So I mean, at 35 though, I still think he looks great.
DJF6 says Pacheco's the one holding whenever Kevin closes the distance.
Yeah, he might be because he doesn't want Kevin to throw off those big, powerful hooks on his body. Pacheco's really long. You got to protect that shit.
Bang Bang said whoever picked
Look,
Pacheco by UD might know something.
yo, um, this guy just Kevin grabbed the ropes and tried. Oh shit! He hit Pacheco. Good check hook, left check hook. Mm-mm. This fight is getting a little dirty. Both guys are clinching and holding it a lot. The referee, he just warded Kevin for holding. Kevin's holding Pacheco's hands. Pacheco might be clinching, but when he clinches, um, Kevin grabs his arm, his glove. Watch. I think Pacheco's won that round too. Kevin did some good things in the round. I just think that Pacheco's outlanding him in the fight. And other than the round that I didn't see go all the way, I didn't see the entire of the round. Pacheco's winning this fight so far in the short period, in the amount of rounds that went by. I think it's 3 rounds. We're in the fourth now. I think it should be.
Yeah. Hey, Bull Rider wants to know what gloves is Pacheco sporting. If you can tell by looking at them.
I think those are his own design Mexican flags. He's got on it. He's got like these they're definitely he had those made. I don't know by who. Uh they don't look like the Everlast design. They don't look like winning boxing gloves.
They
And
kind of
then
look
they
like rivals.
a little. Yeah. Um and they don't look like the Oscar de la Hoya style ones. They're definitely designer gloves for like maybe he has long fingers and they make the padding extra long in the front for guys that, because sometimes when they clinch, it digs into their hands because their fingers are so long. And look at the padding on his. You see it where like Kevin's padding is much shorter for a guy with like a hand. So you can see Pacheco has designer gloves on. But they're made by some glove company. I just don't know who. Yeah, Everlast don't make gloves like that. Terrence Crawford usually fights with Everglass, and their design. And then I seen the 2005 design, the Oscar De La Hoya gloves, like the Golden Boy type glove things there too. Those are not like the ones that he used to fight with. Oh, nice shot. See, Kevin's putting a lot of pressure right now, and it's a lot of clinching going on. A lot of clinching. I'm surprised that the referee's allowing this. Well, he's allowing them to fight out of it, but good body shot by Pacheco on the inside right now. Pacheco's really working the body right now. He's trying to shove Kevin back, work the angles on the body, ripping the uppercut straight down the middle. Kevin's trying to go to Pacheco's body, but most of it is partially blocked. And Kevin likes to grab Pacheco's arm. This is a real
Well,
dirty, mixed up
Pach-
fight.
Pacheco's playing it smart because he knows that Kevin's an inside fighter. So when he gets in too close, he just grabs.
Grabs him.
He's playing it smart.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to clinch. Clinching is illegal in boxing. Grabbing is illegal. It's not something you're supposed to do. You're halting the action. It's kind of surprising for all the clinching that's going on here that the referee's allowing hasn't really gave a warning to either fighter for excessive clinching. You can clinch. It's okay to clinch sometimes. But excessive clinching, that's when it becomes a problem.
I don't know.
So
I think they might be Puello in clinching this fight.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Well, not I mean, in some parts of the round, it becomes apparent the clinching. Like you're gonna see the closing seconds of this round. They decide not to clinch, and Pacheco fights off the ropes. He doesn't clinch him at the closing of this round right here of the fourth round. And he starts fighting. You could see where, at some points he does not clinch, some he does. So maybe the referee, the third man inside the action, can tell better than us. We're probably hyper focusing on the clinching, but I know he's telling both fighters about the excessive clinching though. But yeah, he's the referee's letting him fight.
How do you have it so far?
Pacheco's clearly winning this fight right now. I give Kevin 1 round so far. So uh, wow. Pacheco right now, he's in a tough fight, and he's gotta let his hands go more, which he is right now, a little bit. More tying up on the inside, both fighters. Um, um grabbing, throwing underhooks like in the UFC. Pacheco's popping the jab again, and Kevin is threatening, throwing big shots, but one punch shots upstairs. He's got a, and then Pacheco grabs him. Pacheco's trying to keep the distance, but Kevin comes over with a looping shot. But again, Pacheco tries to get low, tie up again. Both fighters grabbing the underhook. Both fighters are claiming that the other guy's grabbing. And back to the center of the ring. Pacheco lets a 1-2 with an uppercut straight down. And Kevin, oh, big shot. He hit Pacheco with a big shot, big right over the top. Pacheco's wearing the punch as well. He hit Pacheco with, I think, one of his best shots. Pacheco took it well. Answered that question so far. His chin's holding up so far. Mm. Good body work by Pacheco right now. And Kevin's putting a lot of pressure. He got him up against the rope, just throwing hellacious bombs. Pacheco grabs him again to stop the hooks. Referee breaks him up. They're both in the center of the ring. Pacheco is popping the jab, popping the jab. And here comes, ooh, he's just throwing big shots, smothering Pacheco. And Pacheco grabbed him. And now Pacheco's trying to like keep him out at the end of his punches. But Kevin's relentless. He just keeps coming forward and coming forward and coming forward. And I saw Pacheco taking a nice little size breath there at the end of that round. This is a lot of pressure on Pacheco right now. Still looks good though. Doesn't look like he's breathing heavy, but he doesn't look like. But this is a lot of pressure Kevin's putting on him, and he's hitting him with those big shots. As you can see, some of those shots got in nice. But Pacheco, man, he's He's showing, man. He's showing right now. He can take his power. He can take his power. I
Bull
don't want
Rider, thanks for playing.
Bull Rider. Thanks for playing. Got to go. He had round number 5. And Pacheco starts off with 2 straight right hands right up at the top, 1 body shot ripping on the side of Kevin's body. Once again, ripping the body again, 2 more shots downstairs. And Pacheco's coming out this round, attacking the body well. Kevin is relentless, throwing a lot of shots, but Pacheco is blocking a lot of these shots, trying to push Kevin off. And Kevin's trying to punch off of the push. When Pacheco pushes him, he's going to try to punch. Hmm. Pacheco right now is still popping that jab, and Kevin is tried to get a sneaky jab downstairs. Pacheco returns. You gotta watch that too. Whenever the fighter in front of you is doing what you're doing because they're lost, pay attention to that. Remember when Brian Norman knocked out Jin? He said, "Wait a minute, let me see if he goes downstairs." He did the same shit. He caught him. Because I started seeing Pacheco go downstairs to the body. Then all of a sudden, Kevin started going downstairs to the body, relentless, trying to get those back. And now it's turning into a little slugfest where both fighters are swinging big inside of the middle of the ring. But once again, they tie up. Kevin swings big and misses. Pacheco evades off the break. Pacheco's going backwards a lot. You get tired going fighting backwards all night. He's got to stand his ground. Look at Pacheco's legs, his legs underneath him. They look a little bit labored. Look, look, look. And this is what I was afraid of. Could Sadjo put enough pressure on Pacheco that it'll wear him down? It won't give him time to breathe. Like Pacheco likes them easy, like not that he likes them, but he likes when the fighter is not testing him and giving him and stands in front of him too, because Pacheco's been giving him so much that Pacheco could take time off in the rings in between rounds, right? And apparently, uh, I knew that this guy right here wasn't going to give Pacheco that kind of opportunity. He wasn't going to make it an easy fight. He was always going to be in his face, and that is exactly what's happening right now. I see that Pacheco is getting a bit more tired. I can see it. I see that his legs look heavy. They're starting to look heavy right now. So, you know, uh, could Kevin keep this up for the duration of the fight? And Billy, every time I think that he's going full speed, real fast, and at high pace, I'm always like, this guy is going to gas out by the 6th, 7th round. There's no way and Billy can do this. And then all of a sudden, 6th, 7th round come, and he's still swinging away. And you're like, wow, like, that's a fucking high output for a guy that size. That's not fucking easy to do. Not everybody can do that. So watching these fights, learning from these kind of fights and these experiences to get you to see where your fighter has come. So right now the round begins once again. I think we're in the 7th round, and I got timestamp 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
Pacheco looks a little uncomfortable fighting off that back foot, don't he?
Oh, he looks a little uncomfortable, baby. He looks a little uncomfortable. He's getting a little tired. All this grabbing and shit. And it looks like this is, Kevin This is his fight. This is what he does to guys. Pacheco's gotta like um keep push him off real good and keep him out there again with a couple shots. Keep him out there until he rushes in. Like he's taking deep breaths too. So good uppercut cut on the inside right there. Nice, good. And just Kevin he just keeps coming and tying up and wearing Pacheco down. Just and Kevin is leading with his head. He's just leading like this, like Isaac Cruz. He's just leaning. He's enticing you for that uppercut because he's going to change that uppercut. He's going to trade it with a check hook with you. And don't hook with a hooker, you know. So he's Sadjo is mm, fuck it, Pacheco. Start throwing punches right here on them ropes. If you got him on the ropes, damn. Sadjo is catching Pacheco, but too far in between for me. Too far in between. I think Pacheco's doing the better of the work. He's getting the better of the shots, the better of the body shots, everything. And Kevin Sadjo is having moments in the round, but the better work, uh, it's from Pacheco. So here we go. We're going into the eighth round. We have two guys picking this round right here. This is where Bam Bam Boogie and James will both be eliminated.
And Carlos, thank you for playing.
Carlos, seventh round. You're out of here. Thank you for playing. Notre Dame's world champion will not be yours tonight. And if we have no winner, the belt remains with the champion, which is I. I am the champion. So, you know, I know it's tough to beat me. It's just it's the way it is.
What did you pick? The ninth, right?
Got the 10th. You got the ninth. Stop playing with me. And right now, Pacheco and Kevin, Pacheco trying to keep him at the end of the punches, stay long. Kevin just keeps coming forward, keeps coming forward. Um, initially the punches that he throws coming forward. Oh shit, he's like pushing Pacheco around the ring. He's leading with his head a lot. Kevin. Oh shit! He just dropped Pacheco! He dropped Pacheco! Oh shit! Oh shit! Pacheco looks a little hurt. There's a lot of time left in this round. Pacheco's grabbing on now. I think Pacheco just went down for the first time in his career. Oh shit. Oh shit. Sadjo is unloading bombs right now. Yo, did I jinx Pacheco? Did I say Kevin was gonna knock him out in the 8th round? Did I say that?
No, don't switch up now.
Nah, did remember I said, yo, I'm gonna go with the
I don't.
odds. 8th round.
Nope.
We
Check
got
check
video. We got
check the
video.
pad. What's
We
on the
got
pad?
video.
What's
We
on the
got video.
pad?
We got video. But I'm just saying,
Nope. What's on the pad?
10th round.
Perdiste.
Hold on. Oh my God. Yo, Frontline has went silent. Pacheco went down and Frontline has gone silent. Yo.
That's how Shushu gonna do anyway when they fight.
Yeah, right. You crazy. Damn, both fighters swinging big off the fence, off the fence, off the ropes, right there before the round closed. Let's see that knockdown. Let's see that knockdown. I want to play that shit. Come on. He's tired. Here we go. Ooh, he got caught. He's exhausted.
The pressure hit different.
Pacheco got a new trainer and coach. He's not with the Benavides no more. Yeah, I told you.
Yo,
Sadjo
after
beat
watching the
Tristan Billy.
after
Yep.
watching the replay,
Yep.
I don't think he was hurt. I think it looks like he threw a right hook, and with the momentum, he caught him. He checked him with the left hook and dropped him.
I think his fist caught his chin and dropped him. Yeah, that's what I think. Yo, he dropped him, bro.
Looks like Bang Bang and who's the other one? James, I think
James.
it was. Pa fuera.
Mhm.
Thank you for playing.
Jesus, man. Kevin just landed another big right hand on Pacheco. Pacheco looking like he is gassing out right now. His punches look a little bit more labored. His feet game not as he doesn't have like that bounce in his feet. They look heavy. And Kevin is just wearing him down. Wearing him down, bro. And look at Ed Hearn looking on right now. Pacheco's popping the jab. Kevin's coming in forward, applying a lot of pressure. They tie up. Pacheco is like tying up with him, but he's gotta push off right here, like push off and back up. Right, yeah. And then that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, when you see those opportunity, I was thinking the same thing, Pacheco. There you go. I'm surprised the referee that say anything about this fucking clinching, man. There you go, Pacheco. Good.
Jesse says Eddie Hearn looking scared for Pacheco.
Oh, he's looking mad scared. You know, if Richard Hitchison loses this belt, Ed Hearns is gonna drop Richard Hitchison like a bad habit.
Hitchens is in for a rude awakening against Ortiz.
Watch when he loses that belt. Ed Hearns, when he turns around, he's gonna be gone. Just like he left Liam Paro, just like he left Subriel Matias.
Well, he didn't leave Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias left him.
Yeah, well,
Remember, he's always been signed with Fresh.
yeah.
Who else did he do that to? Estaba bueno.
What? Shit, I got a cold. You talking about? I'm sitting here like I'm crazy. You stupid.
Look at Vic Season said Matias curse is coming for everybody, even innocent bystanders is catching the
They
stray.
all catching it. All strays. They all catching it. This shit's gonna backfire on all their faces for trying to put a good man down. You know what I'm saying? Because cuando tú estás claro and you stand on yours, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes karma comes back in a big way for those that came at you and had a lot of funny things to say about you when you were down. You know, and it's just like it's too much evidence that they show that this Puerto Rican, they don't want this Puerto Rican card to continue or have any success for that matter. You know, once they get in the room and they get a successful event, they can see what the money really looks like. They're not told what the money is. You know,
Put the link in
yeah.
the chat, Vic, if you want to hop on.
There's a lot of boxing promoters that have been almost to the top, but haven't really been in the room. Uh, Lukowicz, um, a lot of these promoters, bro, a lot of small time promoters, and they've been in the game for 25 plus years, and they never got in the room. The fact that these Puerto Ricans are like almost getting in the room because this is their event, they're gonna pass all these other promoters in like a few years. These motherfuckers are scared to death about this Subriel Matias card. They're scared. The powers that be, they don't want them in the building. They don't. They're gonna have to cut another piece of the cake. They don't want to do that. The
You
top
know what's
promoter. Yep.
you know what's crazy? When Yomi gets a taste of how much money's behind an event,
Yo, and the thing is that you see Yomi, right? He's a small time promoter that needed to do what with Subriel? He needed to beat him, bring him to Ed Hearn, which was the top. Ed Hearn sits at the table. Ed Hearn walks in the room. Ed Hearn looks at the numbers. Then he comes out and he tells Yomi and the rest what the numbers are, just like Sam Lukowicz, all these other promoters, right? So they never get in the room. But the fact that Yomi went from bringing this fighter to you to hosting the event and now walking in the room, he got right next to you. He might not be on the same level with money wise with you, but give him a few years of going in that room. But first, you got to make it to the dance. And he's got something on a lot of these other boxing promoters they don't got. Without Top Rank, without Matchroom, without all these other Queensbridge and with all these other guys, these guys can't hold the event by themselves. They got to take their fighter and bring him to them. But this is different. This
yeah,
is different.
Queens, it's Queensberry.
Queensberry.
But
If I like you, I'll change your name. Don't worry about it. So that means I must like them.
yo, so that's just gonna hurt a lot of other promotional companies.
A
When
lot, bro.
and you got to understand, just so people, let's make this clear. Jomi's not broke.
Mm-mm. No, Joe.
Juan
No,
Ivan Orengo is known in the music industry. He's the one that, he had, we sing in Yandel sign, Daddy Yankee, Don Omar in the beginning of their careers. He's the one that put them out there. So as far as he's got money. He's still in the music industry.
yeah, yeah, but
So
most of the top best promoters in the world came from something else. Boxing promoters just don't do boxing. You
well,
know,
yeah, Camachito was telling me about Matchroom.
Matchroom. Oh yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
they started off with darts and pool.
No, they didn't. Well, yeah, yeah, but his brother had that. Ed
Correct.
Hearns. Ed Hearns was doing the other thing, but their biggest money maker is darts and shit and
Yep.
pools and stuff. Yeah, but like other promoters, like the PBC, right? What's his name?
Al Heyman.
Al Heyman, right? Al Heyman worked with a lot of fucking big wigs. Al Heyman did promoted Michael Jackson.
Well, Al Heyman's another one that came from the music industry.
Yeah, but Al Heyman promoted like Michael Jackson. He worked with a lot of big with he promoted a lot of concerts. Um he promoted like Al Heyman had his hand in a lot of shit. Now the only promoter that I think, oh shit, here's Vic. Uh I think no, who's this? Tom, what? Let's see. What's up, my man? You there? Mr. I can't see his name.
That's Mr. Tomafia.
Tomafia. That's Mr. Tomas. That's Vic. My fucking
Mr.
eyes are so bad, bro. This getting old shit.
Mafioso, you're
What up, you heard?
Vic, what up, man?
what's good, y'all, man? I hope everything's going good for y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Sitting
Man,
here
it's
watching.
some bullshit, bro. Listen, man, the first thing I want to talk about real quick. I know the fight is going on.
Yep.
How's the fight going, real quick?
It's going. Pacheco's landing a lot of punches right now. He's throwing a lot of punches. He look like he got homeboy hurt right now. And what round is this? The 11th? Oh, so I'm gone. So we're not gonna have a fight. Oh, champion anyway. So what's up, Vic? What's on your mind? Talk to me.
Yo, I don't like how these motherfuckers trying to do you, bro.
Wait, on what? On what?
These other niggas already cooked.
Oh, you know how they
You,
try.
you know who I'm talking about, right?
Nah, not really, but let me
I'm
know.
not saying the name because he already a ghost. I already killed the nigga.
Okay, who's that?
Uh, yo, Frontline, you want to say it? I don't like to speak on the dead like that.
You talk about the Chota?
No.
The goofy nigga that switched sides.
Switch
That that
sides.
that, that one day he's with Puello, the next day he's with Matias.
Oh, he's talking about
Cesar
Cesar,
Seda, Cesar
Cesar
Seda.
Sede. Oh, Cesar.
Motherfucker, it's
I
looking
come
like
from
I
a
gotta be.
big background.
It's looking like I gotta be a Ghostbuster now because he came back somehow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cesar Sede tries to like
He
uh
a goofy. You know what I don't like about this motherfucker, bro?
mm,
And I be trying to stay quiet, bro, because it's about the bigger picture. But why during the process of you getting back to what you should have been doing,
mm,
you try and tear other motherfuckers down?
mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I somebody sent me a clip and I seen a quick clip and I heard him say some shit like oh, I'm not this nigga.
I'm
I'm
not
not
round one. I don't make a
I'm
video.
not. I was like, see,
Yeah.
what was the purpose of that?
What
The
was the
shit was
purpose of it? Right.
the shit was embarrassing to watch, bro. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
100. The
Yeah,
shit was
yeah.
embarrassing. He didn't come prepared. He
Mm,
he had to get the manager. The purpose of him being there so the manager don't have to be there.
right.
He had to send the link to the manager so he could explain.
Yeah.
He like you're he has no he don't know how to, how would I say, control himself.
Yeah, and then he don't know how to express what he's talking about. and
Now
then
Right.
hold on.
and
On Cesar's defense, well, the
oh,
video you're talking about. Here's what
hold,
happened.
hold on, wait. Let me explain. Right. First of all, his he might have a lot of information. He might have a lot of ties, but under pressure, he gets rattled easily. And then in frustration, he didn't know else what to do. So he went and said me, right? Like I what I did was actually a minus. But here, let me explain something to Cesar Ceres and to everybody out there. I was raised differently. And where I was raised from, where I come from, it says, if you have something to say, don't wait 2 or 3 days to say it. Say it right away. Say it quick. Don't wait 4 or 5 days to go by. If you got something to say, then come up and say it. When I got kicked off the show for arguing for Subrel, for saying that I think there was an investigation. If a guy died in the ring, don't say Subriel Matias is using PEs and killed a man if you ain't got no proof of that. Then they snapped on me for saying that I don't look up Google because I can't say they said that because how do I know they didn't do an investigation? That's where it's all started from, right?
Hmm.
So I get kicked off of that and I made a video. I made a video. Why? Because if I had something to say where I come from, you say it as soon as possible. Don't wait for something, you know what I'm saying? So when Cesar Seven said, oh, I'm not round one, do videos, and what do? You just stay quiet? Where do they do that where you come from?
No, you misunderstood it. What he said was, I'm not wrong. The way that Ness was talking to Cesar, Cesar was basically telling him like, "Yo, you're gonna respect me because I ain't round one."
Oh, well,
But but
Ness
but
respects me.
but the way he said it, it didn't correlate with the message. And I
No,
get what
nigga,
y'all
that's the
saying.
way he's trying to call you a sucker, bro. And I hate to say, but on you from the streets too. You know what I'm saying? Round one, I'm
Yeah,
sure. Yo, frontline. When you use somebody else's as a reference to say you don't treat me like this, niggas,
yeah,
because you're trying to say something about that person. You know
right.
what I'm saying? You're trying to find some type of acceptance by throwing somebody else under the bus. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I don't respect that shit, bro. I felt like that was low as hell. You don't do that type of
Yeah,
shit, bro. That like the whole thing, I never came at the motherfucker because he been, I felt like he been on the right side of things, right?
right.
As he should have been. But then I'm starting to notice little funny shit.
Yeah,
He's still hating on my shit. And
yeah,
I'm like, what is your purpose? You want to be Mr. Captain Puerto Rico? Because I got a lot of shit I could use on you, but I
yeah,
don't use on you because it's about the bigger picture.
yeah,
And when I seen that he said that about you, and he said, what was it that I'm not this guy? I'm like, see, you could have used anybody. Why
right,
would you use the motherfucker that's on the same side?
right.
It's like it's like you're trying to little bro him or whatever the case is. All I'm saying is, best believe there's an agenda behind the motherfucker, and y'all can stand behind this dude if y'all want. I don't. Hey, that's up to y'all. I don't care about being Mr. Captain Puerto Rico. I'm over here doing other type of shit too. I done switched
Mhm.
my channel up a bit. I just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
What
We
I'm
all
saying
knew.
is, what I'm saying
Yeah,
is, remember, one day they say Matias is gonna get knocked out in the first round. The next day, they over here talking about Matias is a warrior. But
yeah. No,
remember,
that's
Big
switch 'em
CJ
up
TV
settings.
been pushing the warrior since day one.
Yeah, yeah,
Big CJ TV put when Leon Perro beat Sabril Matias, what we do? We kept covering the shit.
yeah.
We kept saying, you know what, he gonna bounce back. So I was giving this motherfucker some slack. I was giving him some, like, you know what? At least because it's about the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he presents himself, the way he negotiates, the way he conversates, he don't got his shit prepared. He's mistranslating shit. He got inside information and can't clarify the situation.
Don't
That's
Mm-hmm.
forget, he
embarrassing
come
as
from a
fuck.
big background.
No,
And he
yeah.
comes from a big background.
He
You know what
come
I'm
from a
saying?
big background. No,
He does boxing and creates content, right? That's what he
yeah,
do. But he still don't have it together. And it sucks that he
nah,
says that he's been doing this for this long. But motherfucker, why don't you, why do you have to try to down another Boricua?
right,
Why
Now,
did
right.
one thing I can say about Cesar's one of us though. He really fucks with the whole Latin side of boxing. He covers a lot of Cubans, a lot of Dominicans, a lot of Puerto Ricans.
See,
So
we can't
he
confuse. We
No,
can't
no,
confuse. We can't confuse somebody that has some inside pool with somebody that's really rocking with you. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
It,
right.
I think
the
what Vic
pet.
Season, hold on. I think what Vic Season is saying here is that Cesar Cede is easily swayed. Whenever he sees the majorities talking about this, he doesn't have like your sense
Listen,
of loyalty. He doesn't
where's Puello? What's
understand.
Puello doing right now? What's Puello doing right now?
Right,
The
right.
same thing every other
Hey,
boxer has done after they face Matias. Nothing.
exactly. So there's nothing that he could do but stick with the nigga that beat the nigga that he was fucking with.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? If
Well,
Puello would have beat him, you think that he would be defending Matias?
yeah, he will. Yeah, he will. You got to
I
understand
highly doubt
Congratulations,
it.
Pacheco, for the win.
the only reason why he was going with Puello is because he fucks heavy with Salas, the trainer.
Right. But that what does that have to say with anything, bro? That's what I'm trying to tell you. What does that have to do with right now? Because Puello's not active, but he fucks with Puello because he fuck with Salas. But there's nothing going on active with Salas that's interfering with whatever Sabril Matias is doing. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, remember, Puello is the motherfucker that tested positive before.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So why is he doing this advocating for Sabril when the time he's facing Puello? Huh? You see? Toma. It, it hit a little different now. Because remember, Puello done hit positive before. Puello was taking medication that has steroids in it during fight camp. You hear me? During fight camp.
Yeah.
It's documented.
But
Why
wait,
the fuck was
he
he
was
trying to
trying to have a
conceive a
baby.
baby? Why? During fight camp, people they practice abstinence during fight camp. Why would you try? But listen, God bless him and his family. I'm not trying to say nothing. My thing is, why couldn't you at least report it like Sabril Matias did? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you
Because you
report
were
this?
fucking cheating. That's why.
If you was really on some like advocating shit, then he would have advocated and been on the side of Sabril Matias when he faced Puello. But no, he could even accept when Sabril won. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm really saying. I'm not like my thing is I call fake shit for when I see it. I was trying to give kudos to the motherfucker, bro. I was trying to give kudos to him, like, yo, that's what's up. He's on the righteous side. It's not about being on the Puerto Rican side, Latino side. It's about being on the side that is sharing transparency of the situation. That's all it's about, transparency.
Mhm.
Where was that transparency when Sabril Matias was facing Puello, right? Where was that transparency when Sabril Matias was dealing with 80 plus headbutts? You know what I'm saying? Where was that
And 100 and
transparency
some
when,
hugs.
yeah, 100,
And
the
where
amount of
was that
hugs,
transparency when you was getting chewed out by Ness on the boxing voice and you had to turn on your Boricua buddy to get some points? Where was the
right?
transparency in that? Why did you have to bring me up in your shit because you was getting rocked?
He could have brought, my thing is that, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I think he could have handled that situation way better.
Way
And
better.
like I said, I thought he was the best thing that happened was the manager of hopping on Pedro, because Pedro actually had a fucking punchline, and he was trying to say that, listen, I did time in jail. I did 10 years in jail. I don't have no problem holding accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm not
Facts.
going to just go here blaming anybody. I know how to hold accountability. But somebody that deserves to pay for it is going to pay for it, because we're not going. But this motherfucker don't even know how to, translate that type of information. And he's talking about he done turned a boxing conversation into some prison shit. Like, no, nigga, you don't even know that the fucking dude, Pedro, hit him with a double entendre. He hit him with,
Yeah.
yo, bro, Ness, you been in jail and you snitched, nigga. Two, I'm not a snitch and I know how to hold accountability. He hit him with a punchline. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
And this
mhm,
motherfucker didn't even know how to translate that the right way to
mhm,
to cement this shit, to embed it. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? And then he kept it going, said, no, let me translate that for you. And then fucked it up. And now,
mhm.
and now you got Ness putting pressure on him. And
Yep.
one thing I gotta say real quick, I don't blame Ness for the questions he has. I don't agree with how he was, interrupting, but this is
Mhm,
all this things we already know going into the whole boxing boys thing. You know what I'm saying? We already know how, They go about
Yeah.
their Mewtwo, whatever the case is. So you can't get mad if you already know, right?
Right. Right.
My thing is, there was certain looking past that there were certain valid questions he did ask.
He
There
did.
was certain valid
He
questions,
did.
and
He
you
did.
should, and you being the inside man should be providing that
And I told
without,
Frontline that. I
yeah,
said I told Frontline. I said Frontline. Let me tell you something. Ness, they might be yelling back and forth, but yet Ness is asking them valid questions.
No, you
it's
And
know what
quite
got me tight though?
and this dude, he kept stumbling on his words, and it was simple to explain too. Like when Ness asked him, "Where are you getting your facts from the lab guys?" and he said, "I spoke to them and I made a video." All you had to do is calmly say, "Go to such video titled such and such." There, I had the guy that was on my show and explained it. He was so flustered, he couldn't show the video, show where his evidence is. He didn't have any of his evidence on the screen, which he could have faxed, send it over to Next via like Instagram, took a picture of it and sent it to him and said, Ness, as I'm talking, I need you to put this on the screen for me. Ness would have did that. And then in this world, in this line, if you have a source that you really can't give up, okay, we got to respect your source and you got to say, oh, wait, right away, I can't give up my source. And you have to explain the way it comes out. Just explain that this, and this. Okay, although I can't make this a fact, but I'm gonna put this out there because later it's good. This is gonna reveal
nah,
itself.
man.
Or type
Listen,
I
shit.
I
He
think
fuck
the
still
that
didn't do
whole.
problem
it. He
the
still
Go
didn't
ahead,
do it.
go ahead, frontline.
the,
I'll let you go ahead.
there's two problems. The number one is if it would have been in Spanish, Cesar would have defended himself a hell of a lot better. It was the language barrier. Now,
Not
the
really.
yeah, he would have.
Sis
In
has been in
Spanish,
America for a long time, bro.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Look at you. You how long you been in America? You still butcher names. It's the
Yeah,
same shit. It's
that's bullshit.
the language barrier is what kind of fucked it up. But past that, my thing is that everybody is still stuck on the A and B sample, and nobody's talking about the samples and shit after the fact that he tested negative to. They're still stuck on that cross contamination bullshit, and they're not letting it go. It's
I don't.
because they're
I
trying
think
to
you're going too
sabotage the
far.
event.
I think you're going too far. I don't think that nobody's grabbing what's the truth.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
truth
that's what I'm.
is
Yeah,
that he didn't pass the threshold to even be reported. So what are we talking about? There was no foul play. You got to commit a foul in order to have a foul. You have to understand that. If I never
this is
committed a foul, then what the hell are we talking about if I didn't break the rules? And if the
see
people
this.
that set the rules say that I didn't break one, what the fuck are we talking about?
Well, let's just forget about the rules for a second.
No, see, that's the
Well,
problem.
no, no,
Because if
hold on,
you
hold on,
do
hold on,
that,
hold on.
you
No,
open up a
but
can of
here,
word of
no, here,
possibilities.
no. Hear my point though. You're not letting me finish. Let's forget about the rules. Let's just say he didn't reach the point one threshold. Let's forget about that rule.
But he didn't.
Hold
Okay.
on, hold on. But
Let
at the end of the day, the way people are looking at it is he had quote unquote ostarine in his system. That's how they're looking at whether he was
okay,
over the
stop.
threshold or not.
Okay,
Now,
stop. Stop.
let's
Wait,
fast
stop.
forward.
Wait. Stop. You don't got well, you got to give me a chance to explain that.
Dale.
Okay. There is a reason why the threshold is zero point 0.1. There is a reason. The pros have deemed anything under there, whether you're cycling off or whatever, if we catch you with that amount, that absolutely has no benefit. So much so that we don't even deem it doping. That amount is not even considered doping. It's an amount that it would not give you an advantage. You wouldn't get a reaction. You wouldn't get nothing out of it. Then you follow the breadcrumbs. The test before and the test after revealed negative, which means he wasn't cycling off of anything. So, and then you go down the stream of the possibility of contamination. And since Sabir's team has been so transparent with them, he gave them all the supplements, and it seems like they were satisfied because we haven't heard anything of it other than the fact that they've moved on and let the fight continue. So if the pros were not satisfied of what Subriel's camp gave them, they would have not went further, just like in the Ryan situation, where Ryan could not prove where it came from. They must have found out where it came from in Subriel's because they moved on from the situation and allowed the fight to continue. People just follow the investigation. In Ryan's case, they never took a step further because they never found out where it came from. This investigation has already concluded, and they've already put you so far on a year probation due to the outcome. And when they go back to it after the Dalton Smith fight, because they're going to go back to this after this fight. And I think he's going to be exonerated, and they're going to lift that 1 year probation off of him as well. But we'll see what happens when the time comes. But the pros, I remind you, the pros say at that level, there is no advantage. That is
Here,
not enough to suspend you. Go ahead, Vic.
here's my opinion. Here's just my opinion. If there is some type of legal situation going on behind the scenes, nobody should be going on any platforms right now to speak about it, right? Because you already know that nobody's going to respect the fact if you can't provide a source. I hate when motherfuckers say close source and they don't provide the source because now it just seems suspect.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if that's the case, at least let it be known like there's certain things I can't mention because of legal matters, which will come out in the open for the most part. But if you don't respect that, then I think it's best for me to just hop off this channel right now because it's going to be a pointless conversation between us two. But if you are okay with being transparent and understand that there's certain things we just can't speak about when it comes to this matter for legal situation, for legal reasons,
Or they're not
then
going to ever tell you anything ever again.
right.
You're going to blow your source.
Yeah. So my thing is just if you're already in a situation that has to do with a legal matter, or if you're trying to keep a source private, it's time, and it's not a legal matter, motherfucker. It's not time to keep your fucking source private right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're not going through if you're not taking it to the legal route, why the fuck are you keeping your source private? This is the time to protect the reputation of a fighter. Don't keep the source private. Let it be all known. That's why with me, I don't rock with the whole private source shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how many sources tell me shit, but they want to keep the shit private? I don't say no. I'm like, listen, I'm not even gonna say nothing. Tell the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll say when you ready to be brave enough to expose yourself. Because why the fuck is you hiding for anyway if it's gonna come out to the light regardless, right? The same way Vada is gonna try, like there might be a private source for one of these other people. Guess what? In a matter of a week, maybe 2 weeks, it's gonna be publicized anyway, right? So why not just be patient for the result if you want to stay private? Like I think what it is more of an anxiety thing. Everybody wants to know so fast. Reporters want to hop on the story first, all this, so they want to get the private source, knowing that we all gonna find out eventually because the shit's about to be publicized regardless. So who gives a fuck about your fucking, what is it called, the source, nigga? Nobody gives a shit about your source, nigga. Come out. Let the source come out. Fuck all that shit, because if it's not a legal situation, let your source come out and let them speak so that way we could defend a fighter that's being wrongfully accused of taking steroids. But if you're going through a legal situation, then it's important that you mention that and step away from media. Step away from media. You shouldn't even be in the media because you might say some shit you shouldn't say that could be held against you in the court of law.
Yeah.
That's my point, and where I'm coming from with this shit. Motherfuckers go on the channels and start saying so much dumb shit, don't even know what they're coming in. But I get it. I get the language barrier. If there's a language barrier, then you shouldn't be getting yourself involved in that shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think he could express himself. And in this situation, actually, he was transparent with his sources because he kept actually saying his sources. He just couldn't properly explain it. I don't think that. I just think that he got frustrated. I think that Ness got to him and he allowed that, and he didn't get off. He forgot what he came there to do. He forgot how to
Let me
keep
ask you
his
something,
story
Vic.
together. He forgot
Talk to
all
me,
that.
bro.
You know.
What? Because in that same video that we're talking about.
I didn't see fully. I seen it because
No, you
people were
seen
sending me clips.
partial, but I'm sure
But
you
yeah, I
saw
seen.
this part. I'm sure you saw
What's
this
up?
part. The part where they said, or when that said, he could be clear, but he's not clean. Now, the way he referenced it was that there's two different meanings. Here's how I look at it, and I just want to hear your thoughts after. The way
Mhm.
I look at it in the sport of boxing, clear and clean to me means the same shit. It may be different in the dictionary, but here in boxing, if you say a boxer is clear, that means he's clean.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
Because if he
yes.
wasn't clean, he wouldn't be clear to fight.
So let me elaborate on what you're saying. Yes and no. In Sabril's situation, he's clean, but this is the reference I'm gonna use. And this is a funny example, so don't take it 100% serious. But I'm sure this has happened before, right? Somebody did say in the comments too. They said secondhand smoke. That's another example where you get caught with contamination through secondhand smoke. It was in your system because through somebody else being involved. But here's another one. You ever heard of like poppy seeds and shit with
Yep.
bagels?
Yep.
So it's almost like eating a motherfucking bagel with poppy seeds in it. Then you pop up for marijuana,
Opioids.
yeah,
Opioids.
opioids,
Yep.
whatever, and then but it's really through contamination. But guess what? If nobody's gonna be transparent to say, yo, this contamination, this is the problem. When Ring Magazine posted it, or at least the information that they got from whoever sent them, that's why I don't like this whole fucking source bullshit because nobody wants to hold accountability just in case they say the wrong shit. They gon' they don't want to take responsibility of what they said. That's why I don't believe none of that shit. But somebody sent them that, which I'm sure is probably, I'm not going to make any accusations, but
I,
in
I'm
my
gonna tell you who sent
opinion,
it.
it could have been Eddie Hearn and them. You know what I'm saying?
You want
Dalton
It
Smith and
was.
them.
It was.
hold on.
You know what
It
I'm
makes perfect sense. Think about it. Who gets the results once they're done? The only people that get it is the
saying?
promoter of the event, which is Fresh Production,
Yeah.
Subriel's team, and Dalton Smith's team and his promoter. Those are the only four people that get the results. Nobody else. So Fresh Promotions didn't leak that. You know that Subriel's management team didn't leak that. There's only two
Mhm.
people left. It's either Matchroom or Dalton Smith's team. One or the
I
other.
think the main thing is that people are overlooking the idea of contamination, right? And I think the problem was if that would have been introduced to begin with, similar to what Pedro said, if they would have just publicized it when they did, saying that the levels were low, possible contamination, they're going to do another, testing to confirm that. It's all about narratives. That's my thing with the media. That's my problem with the media. That's what I'm advocating right now. Is the media is portraying a certain narrative, meaning that they might be telling the truth, but they're not telling the whole truth, right?
But what about
Because
what about if Vada did give the probable contamination, but then Matchroom or estos cabrones, the Dalton Smith team, if what if they just leaked it the way they wanted to form the narrative to Mike Coppinger?
I think, I
right,
think, I think,
no,
I
but
think, I think. Hold on, good gentlemen. I think that you guys are fighting the good fight, right? But I think that there's a bigger, deeper criminal link going on here. Actually, I think the whole narrative and what was really set out was to get us to turn on each other, to get us to be divided as Puerto Ricans on Subir Matias, to get less eyes on this card. I think that just to put doubt in the public's eye and perception of Subir Matias is the main event of this card. They want the card to fail. So you can even see that in some situations, look at Cesar Cesar took a shot at me on the boxing voice and it got us turning on each other. And I think
no, but that
exactly what
no,
they
right,
do.
right. That's it. That's exactly what they want. But those are the motherfuckers that in my opinion, I don't care. We gotta weed them motherfuckers out because there's so many things that I could have said during the process. I done cooked them already, and
Yeah,
I
I
could have said
know.
so much shit, but I
I know.
didn't. Why? Because I was focused on the bigger picture. You know what I'm
The bigger
saying?
picture.
But guess what? You want to hear something crazy, bro? And I haven't exposed this yet. I'll say it right here, right now. But I never
Uh-oh,
exposed this, and I got
breaking news on
breaking
Round
news.
One Sports Talk.
Listen, and I could put all the info. I got all the receipts to this shit, right? You got this motherfucker commenting on all of my shit, just hating. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you spreading fake news. All this and all that, right? I literally have receipts of shit that I said about 3 weeks ago that they just said in that little interview, and I got it all documented where he's saying in the same videos that I don't know what I'm talking about, but he's using information that I said in that very same video in the motherfucking shit that they got going on that just happened like a day ago with Boxing Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my problem. Because now when I see now, I'm like, bro, you're saying shit that you're trying to tell me in the comment section that, mind you, I don't go on the Caesar shit. I don't know. I don't fucking know what's going on. People send me certain shit, but I don't pay attention to what they got going on over there. He goes to my channel and comments on my shit. Here, let me ask you a question real quick.
Hmm.
Round one.
Hmm.
Who's your favorite let's say hip hop artist?
That's a tough one, but
Big Daddy Kane. He
nah,
owes
hell
Uh,
you.
no,
all right.
hell no.
There's somebody that's like current that you could go to their YouTube channel
Oh, that's
and you could, yeah, somebody that has a YouTube channel that you could show some love to or do whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I,
I do. Why you think about it? I'm gonna catch up with the chat real quick. Why you think about it?
I,
But
See,
now listen, let me just make my
yeah,
point real
okay,
quick because I
okay,
don't want to lose
dot
nobody.
all right,
dot.
My point is that there's a good chance to whoever that you might mainly like or somebody that you really hate, whether they're in the industry, boxing, whatever the case is that you comment on, but most likely they're not going to our channels and commenting on our shit, right?
right,
This is what I'm trying to say about this motherfucker, the picnic.
yeah,
I don't go to his channel. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
comes to my channel almost every video, just the laughing emojis, shit like that. Like he's still butthurt, he's still
yeah.
thing. But then he's using my information to defend himself. And I got the receipts, and that's my problem with it. I never said nothing bad after that. After I cooked them, I never had to say anything bad about the motherfucker. I don't need to. What I got, I don't got. I don't feel no type of way. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he's doing this weird trolling shit, the
Yeah.
weird trolling shit, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm trying to give him some slack. You know what I'm saying? Because of the defense of Puerto Rico boxing. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I understand that he represents the people that I also defend during this process. And if I know if I start going at this motherfucker, it's gonna make us all look bad, right? Like,
Right,
damn, nigga,
right,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at
right,
the bigger picture. But it's so evident after he said that to you, bro. I realized, like, why the fuck is he trying to come on my shit, then use my information to defend himself, then go mention you in the joint, and
yeah.
then try to put you under the bus? And in my head, I'm like, bro, I think this motherfucker just wants to be Captain Puerto Rico right now.
Mm-hmm.
When he could have been Captain Puerto Rico when Sabril was fighting Puello. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. And I don't
But
even
that's
know
no,
I
that's
don't
no.
even know why he said that about me, right? Because I know he was supposed to be at my fight, but I know he saw me fight. So I know he knows that I just went in the ring like a month ago and fought. So, soft or pussy, I don't know where he thinks, oh, I'm not round one. Round one in what way? What do you mean by that? And it kinda struck me. And Frontline's the one that was like, Ed, I know you're gonna see this, but I don't want you to say nothing. I mean, all these dudes talk to me already. All right. Frontline's here. He could say it for himself. They all called me and was like, Edwin, when you see it, do me a favor and don't take it like that. He was just frustrated, Edwin. That's it.
No, the way, because see, I understood the way what he meant.
Yeah.
The
So
way
you
he
guys
meant it.
all called me and said that to me. So
Nah,
I said,
The
all right,
the way
guys, for you guys,
so the way
but
I'm
I
gonna
took it, the way I took it,
yeah.
the way he said it was in lamest terms, was he was giving Ness a warning, like, you ain't gonna sit here and talk to me and expect me to, hop off and take it and then go do a video about you like round one. That's how I took it. It wasn't that he was taking a shot at you. He was giving Ness a direct message like, I'm not round one. You're gonna talk greasy to me, I'm gonna talk greasy back. That's what he meant.
Nah,
But I did talk greasy to Nez back.
bro, I'm not gonna lie, that was a low blow. I would never mention somebody else to try to
Right.
defend my situation. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That shit was a low ball. You don't do that, bro. You don't do that. That's like if there's another body, I'm not gonna say, yo, I'm not round one. You don't for what? You know why? Because he started panicking. So
Yeah.
he got into his emotions. And if you're listen, look at the shit that me and him had. Y'all could just go look at it yourself. What me and that motherfucker had in my channel. And you see me calm and relaxed, chilling. I'm just listening. I'm all ears. I know what I'm about to, I know what's about to happen. I know he about to make himself look goofy as shit right now. I
I
don't gotta go.
told you.
I
Yeah.
I
told
told.
you. I told you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta. I didn't have to include anybody else into the mix. I didn't have to try to downplay somebody else to make myself look better.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that's not shit you do. That's puerco shit. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
dirty shit. You don't do that, especially with your own people. While you're defending your own people, is disgraceful, bro. And when I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know round one like that in person or nothing.
Yeah.
But honestly, bro, that made me feel some type of way. I
Mm.
was like, what? Like, bro, like I remember, I'm gonna keep it 100 right now. This is something that I'm gonna let everybody know right now. When round one first came to my channel, he started talking some crazy shit, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep it 100. And I responded back. I'm like, damn, bro, I didn't expect this from you because I actually watched your channel. I support your shit. But then he apologized. Everything was all good. And we left it behind, bro. I'm only using this as an example of right now that I'm able to be like, okay, we good. We're in a good place. It's all about the bigger picture. It's not
Yep.
about trying to tear each other down. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He had a misunderstanding about my channel, and I just had to clarify myself. Now we all good.
Yep.
The thing is that I didn't have to go throw this motherfucker in the bus, whether it was in my video or whether I had to go visit somebody else's video to make myself look better. You know what I'm saying? He could have simply just say, listen, bro, I'm not like these other guys. He
That's
could
it.
have said, yo, yeah, I'm not Tone. Why you not mentioning Tone? But instead, you over there dick sucking the nigga. Yo, Tone, what you think about this? Yo,
Yeah.
Tone, what you think about motherfucker? Why couldn't you just use Tone as an example instead of
No, but
another
you're
Puerto
gonna
Rican
use the
brother?
now, right? But you're gonna put
Yeah,
me down.
yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
you're gonna put a motherfucker that's on the same side as you into the mix. I don't
Yeah.
understand that, bro. But like I said, I don't mention that because I want to be about the bigger picture, and I know if I make a whole joint about it, people gonna be on top of it, and then so I don't want to go so crazy about it. But
Right.
my thing is it's embarrassing to witness from behind the scenes. Now, yeah, there is a language barrier. I think it's important for all of us to know our place. With me, bro, I won't put myself in certain situations that I know that I might need to work on a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna experiment with somebody else's reputation. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be like, okay, let me try to see if I could translate in Spanish to English or English to Spanish with the situation and that has a magnitude of Sabril Matias being, criminalized as a cheater. I can't put myself in that situation.
I'm
I'm
not
not gonna try to risk
qualified to
it.
do that. You gotta know that. You
Yeah,
can
let me
hurt
go
someone's
practice.
career.
Let me
Yeah.
go in the background. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, respectfully, I don't want to make situations worse. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I'm about the bigger picture. I'm not trying to be Mr. Captain Puerto Rico, none of that shit. But I will stand up for a brother that stood up for Sabril Matias against another brother that is standing up for Sabril Matias, but also down the motherfuckers that's standing up for Sabril Matias. You know what I'm saying? We call that, where I'm from, we call that a mole. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker on the inside that's doing shit for self-benefit. And I would have never said nothing if it wasn't that he was doing it to me as well. When he did it to me, I just say, you know what? He's probably just butthurt. That's what I said. He's just butthurt because I already cooked him. And but I'm not gonna respond so much back because guess what? It's about the bigger picture. He's defending Sabril Matias. He's the voice for Sabril Matias. I low key found closure in that situation. Even though he was hating on me, I was like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for. But then once he brought me around one and said that, I was like, see, that kind of put the nail in the coffin, bro. That kind of put the nail in the coffin.
I see.
And now I'm
I see.
backtracking. Now I'm backtracking. Why didn't you keep that situation the same energy? Why didn't you keep that same energy for Sabrina Matias when he fought against Puello and Puello had tested positive in the past? So now I'm like,
Right.
okay, so what happens after this? What happened if Sabrina Matias makes it out great, everything's cool? Then what? Because remember, don't forget, there's still relevance in why he's in the situation because there's a rematch clause.
Yo,
Ah,
Vic, yo, Vic, yo, Vic. But
ah,
there's, Vic, Vic, check it out, right? There's mad videos with Cesar saying how much better Alberto Puello is from Subriel, and how Subriel is a one-dimensional fighter, and that how Subriel was this and that. How Subriel, Alberto Puello was gonna show Subriel Matias a boxing clinic, and that you were going to see Subir Matias get exposed. You know how many videos he did? And then no sooner that Subir wins the fight, he fucking jumps on the bandwagon. But at the same time, like you say, in the most simplest way, he's like school on Sunday, no class.
bro. And I'm gonna be transparent 100%. I wasn't mad that he did that because sometimes, you know, you learn through experience. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never said nothing when he jumped the gun. I could have been like, yo, you a fucking fraud, this, that. But to me, it's about the bigger picture. When he did that, I was like, oh shit, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? He's on the right side, defending the right things, whatever the case is. If he was really about that, why didn't he defend it when it was Puello? But I say, you know what? It's okay. Maybe, people grow, people learn. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see how things go. I started noticing funny shit, bro. I literally got all the receipts, and I'm close to making a video. The reason why I'm not going to make it a video because I don't want this to go against the grain of the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? But I also don't want to let these motherfuckers go through a situation with somebody that's eventually going to turn on them regardless. Because remember, why didn't this happen before? Why hasn't this? There's a rematch clause in place with Puello and Subriel Matias. If somebody like, let's say, Smith wins, or something gets canceled or whatever the case is, now this is Puello that's gonna have to deal with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's a lesser chance that Puello would have to deal with this type of situation if he faces against Subriel Matias because it's coming from Fresh Productions, which is coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Matchroom is starting to build a low key bad reputation for the speculation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make it
Right,
seem like it's a real thing because I got to protect myself. But
right.
for the speculation idea of doing some corrupted shit, you know what I
Well, let me
mean?
ask you this, Vic,
Mm.
since we on that topic,
Let's
right? With
talk
all the
about it.
with all the scrutiny going on towards Subriel, first the doping, and now he's cheating or whatever, whatever, right?
Hmm.
Um, Turkey and Matchroom, they butthurt because they said no to Turkey for that Riyadh card. So Turkey raging because somebody said no to him. Well, Tank was the first one, and then now Subriel, right? Then
Well, technically,
Matchroom
no, but
loses that we know of, right?
no, no,
Then
no, 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 because it went like this. It went Turkey doesn't own the rights to Dalton Smith. Ed Hearns does. Ed Hearn works with Turkey. Turkey told Ed Hearn, take care of this. Ed Hearn looked at Fresh Production, thought they were a small company, didn't think they had money, and underestimated them. And when he sent Ed Hearn to do a job, Ed Hearn fumbled the bag and got outbidded by the smaller guy and had to
right,
go back to Turkey and say that he failed the mission.
right. So with all that said,
Hmm.
right, there's one move left that they can still fuck this whole card up.
Dalton Smith pulls out. But
Dalton Smith pulls out. Now,
okay,
if Fresh Productions is ready with a plan B,
I
who do
told
you
you
th-
they can. They can.
no, I know they can. Who do you think they would have in mind?
Anybody in the planet because Fresh Production holds the keys. They
Right.
have a
No, I
WB.
hope it's
Hold
Puello
up.
just in
Wait, wait,
case.
wait, wait, wait.
Now
Let me
it
say
won't
it.
be Puello because Puello won't be ready. Like
Right.
he's gonna say like, yo,
Okay.
I need more time. It need to be a scheduled bout. So
Okay.
it might just be all the way rescheduled. But if they're really trying to sit on that date, they might pull somebody from Puerto Rico. If you want me to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Check this out, guys. See, here's the good thing about a world title that Fresh Production has the keys to the fight. Even if they try to get Dalton Smith out of the fight, the only thing you're doing is taking away a title fight from your guy. You can take that
Yeah,
and
Eddie
the
Hearn
pay
won't do that.
and
Eddie,
the paycheck and the paycheck out of that guy's family's mouths. Okay, but the reason why I said Subriel Matias has the keys, he has a WBC world title. If he pulls out, no matter who comes into that fight, guess what he's getting? A shot at the title. And if Subriel beats him, guess what he's getting? A title defense. So even if you think you want to hold this train, Ed Hearn, by pulling your guy out of it, we will still survive. We
Yeah,
will still
that's a
survive.
that's a great point because, like you said, if they try to pull Dalton Smith out, he's just going to become a replacement, and the replacement doesn't always mean the next person in line because the next person in line might not be available, and a lot of times it depends on what's going on in house, and what's in house is in the favor of Subriel Matias, considering that he's with Fresh Promotions. Fresh Promotions won the purse bid. So for the most part they're just trying to do their best. What I'm more or less expecting, I don't think that they're gonna pull Dalton Smith out. He's gonna go with the process. There's a reason why they didn't send Ring Magazine the levels. You know what I'm saying? It's because they know that if they would have sent the levels, the narrative could have been a lot different. But that being said, they're gonna follow through. What I might be expecting though, if I'm not, I won't be surprised if motherfucking Dalton Smith tests positive after the fight. You know what I'm saying? I might not. I won't be surprised if they could get a hold of it. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying that he's up to that. What I'm saying is I won't be surprised if that happens. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, he's not going to give up the opportunity because it seems evident that he knows that Subriel Matias isn't guilty. Because if he really felt like he was, he would have been confident in sending the levels the first time they sent it to Ring Magazine and Mike Coppinger. You know what I'm saying? If they
Yeah.
really felt like they was confident, like, yo, he's dirty, but look, it's the low levels, but we still feel like they would have sent the low levels with it, but they didn't. They want to make their purpose. If it came from them, again, I don't know if it came from them, but if it came from them, that means it's pretty certain that they wanted a narrative to be created built off not the fact, but built off the idea that Subriel Matias is dirty without the full details of the situation.
And I also like the fact that even if they pull Dalton Smith out of the fight, they can't pull the belt out because we own the belt. So it's
Yeah.
still going to be a title fight. No matter who you want to take out or bring in, the title fight and the title will still be on the line. So you might take your guy out of a paycheck or even an opportunity of winning this belt. But the title and Subriel Matias will be in New York City on the 10th. And I
And I want
invite you to come out to enjoy this fight with us. Come out, support us in New York City. Rock out with Subriel Matias. The fight card is going to be amazing. A ton. Keith Colon, up and coming Puerto Rican,
That's a
young
fact.
prospect, is coming up on this card. He's a hot firecracker. I'm going to tell you, he's got a knockout streak, an incredible knockout streak. And if you love action and you love knockouts, you won't be disappointed. Show up for this fight.
I want to say one more thing real quick. I want to give a shout out to the chat. I love that the chat is focusing on the positive because that's one thing I promote on my channel. And I always tell everybody, like, listen, stop focusing on these motherfuckers. The only reason why I touch up on it because I understand that if nobody does it, somebody has to do it, right? But if we already know that a lot of people's on the same page, then there's no purpose of us trying to fight against these motherfuckers when we got a big enough community to do our own thing. So I want to give a special shout out to your chat right now. Shout out to the sports round one sports chat for making sure that they're not getting distracted from the bullshit. Staying on point. Shout out to you, keep doing your thing. Shout out to motherfucking Frontline. He's a big time Puerto Rican boxing enthusiast and he stays loyal to the game. And he's also not a motherfucking that's just a bonchinchero. He knows what he's talking about for the most part. So shout out to all of y'all. Again, I'm proud of the chat. I'm seeing stuff like, yo, let's just focus on, this, fuck the haters. That's what I strive to see because I feel like the moment we start reacting like we need these motherfuckers, that's when things go bad. And that's why I get into my, my advocate bag where I gotta be like, okay, now I gotta fucking fight. I become a fucking revolutionary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as long as we understand that we don't need these motherfuckers, it's just strength in numbers. If we have our own shit going on, if we have our own party, I don't care what channel you follow, what it is. It's all about the bigger picture at the end of the day. Even with this dude, the pig nigga. Listen, keep doing what you do, bro. But do it for the bigger picture. Don't try to
Yeah.
down nobody. It's all good. We could all eat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's
Mm-hmm.
trying to be team captain Puerto Rico. We just trying to see, we just want to push out the righteous narrative. You know what I'm saying? The transparency. That's what's most important. I tell people that on my channel all the time. Like, listen, I don't care what channel you go visit. It's not just about the Mafia. It's about the bigger picture. If we could combine the Mafia with the round one chat with whatever other chat, what is it? Authentico, Filifo. I don't know if that's how you say his name. My bad if I fucked it up.
Filósofo.
Yeah.
Filosofo, you know what I'm saying? That's it don't matter what chat you decide, pick whatever you feel fits, your style, your whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. I'm not trying to win nobody over you. Nobody should try to win anybody over anybody. It's about the bigger picture. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful for you allowing me on your panel. Thank you for the chat for actually putting more pressure on the idea that we don't need these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That we shouldn't even be talking about it. And I'm glad that they stopped me in my own tracks from continuing because that makes me understand that we're on the same page. So I
Mhm.
love y'all, man. And I'm going to let y'all do y'all thing. Sorry for holding
Absolutely.
y'all up. I
Nah,
just
You
man.
wanted to,
good.
yeah, I'm saying, I just wanted to just to put that out there in the air because I pay attention to certain things, and when I feel like somebody's trying to like get thrown in the dirt, I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like that. And then in round one, you be here almost every day on some live shit. Sometimes I see, and I'm like, damn. There's not so many people on right now, but he's still here strong. 4 hours, 5 hours. That's dedication. Me, motherfucker, once the moment the shit get lower to a certain number, I'm off the shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, I see you, I get inspired, bro. I'm like, yo, he's still
Thanks,
at it.
man. Thanks.
Nah, I'm like, no, that's so like at the end of the day, you should be recognized for what you do. You made it to a platform where you stuck to your word and you didn't let nobody try to change your shit because of what you stood for. You said, no, fuck that. I'm not letting nobody, I don't care how much followers, how much subscribers. I stand on my 10 toes on what I believe in. And you did that. So for niggas to throw you under the bus is bullshit. I'm saying keep doing what you're doing, bro. Regardless, like I haven't been here that long and all that, but I hope it means something to you. I
Thanks, man.
rock with you, bro. You
I
already
rock
know.
with you, man. I rock with you, and thank you for coming by, man, and coming on the platform and sharing what you think in this situation with Subir Matias and much more because Vic is much more than just Subir Matias. He talks about a lot of interesting topics, and he's right. He's right. There's not a lot of content creators talking about boxing, and even fewer Spanish or Latin channels. I think that we can all eat at this table without taking shots at each other. And I think he's right in expressing his view. He sounds like a man that has much more to deal with than this just the bickering of the back and forth. And he seems like he just wants to let it go. He doesn't want to be the the leader of a movement or any, but he's real passionate in what he does. So Vic, I understand where Vic's coming from because I feel the same way, you know. But we don't all receive information the same way, you know. I've been yelled at before. I've been chewed out before. It's nothing new to me, you know. And I always say I won't take it personal unless you cross some personal lines. So I can do that, but other people won't. And some people will take uh disrespect when you try to disrespect their craft. Whatever a person takes their time and effort out of their day to do something and you try to tarnish that, they're going to come at you. So sometimes some of these content creators can think that these are just words. They're not just words for Vic season. Vic has started something and he started a platform. And if you're going to take shots at him, then you're taking shots at his platform. And Cesar has to understand that. And I think that Vic was right. There's there's a lot of room at this table, you know? Everybody's gonna allow you to be who you are. Let them pick and let them choose what they like, what flavor. We all have a different flavor, you know?
Hey
So
Edwin, I want to address something in the chat real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Easy blends. He says, if you're a fighter,
Yep.
why don't you just get all your supplements tested before you use them? Here's the problem with that statement. Those supplements that these boxers use, for an example, in Subieta's case, he made it clear he's using 8 different types of supplements. Each supplement is 3 grand. Times 8, you're looking at $24,000. I don't know anybody who's going to take $24,000 and just send it away to get them tested before you use them. That's going to be a big
Okay.
hit.
Okay, and another thing is this. Check this out, guys. The way that some of these things and mistakes happen, okay, say that Subir Matias has a team. He has his supplementary doctor, his nutritionist, his coach, and his therapy coach, right? Okay. Each of them have a job. At the beginning of the training camp, my supplement guy turns in all our supplements. These are the brands we'll be using. They test them. 4 weeks go by. He got to go back to restock on the supplements. They don't got that brand today. We sold out. But guess what? We have the what do you call that when you go and you the generic brand. We got the generic one. Works the same way. It's just a generic version. So your nutritionist reads the label, everything's on it, everything checks out. He says, I'll take the generic brand. Well, guess what? The generic brand came up tainted, right? And you only got to send in the first batch of supplements. These are the brands you were testing. You don't send in every batch, right? So as you're going along, if any of those supplements, yeah, they might have tested negative and they were all right and they sent, yep, you can use these. But that bottle's going to empty. And at any point, if those people ordered that thing off of that factory, right? And you heard that one guy come on Ness's show and he said, I worked at a factory. I know the protocols. And I said, good for you. Those are the protocols in the factory you worked in. But not every factory works in your protocols. And not every factory goes by code. So the same factory that they're ordering their things from, guess what happens today? These guys they're behind by 100. Everybody's speeding up. They didn't clean the cylinders out, and they just did a fresh batch of Austrian. What do you think is going to happen to the next batch of whatever they're making? It's going to get tainted. And here comes Subiel's guy. Yep, that's the one. Buys it. He already tested this product, or many like it, in the beginning. It was okay. He went back and got it. This time it was dirty. Shit happens. Human error. Now, the problem with this situation is that in a sport where everybody that gets caught claims to be innocent, it was tainted meat, rotten eggs. I had sex with my boyfriend. You've heard it all. So you don't believe any of these guys. But every now and then, there's that one guy that was
You're
truly
losing me.
innocent.
Guy, the guys had sex with their boyfriends.
Yeah, the girl that tested positive for steroids,
Oh, okay,
she had sex with her
okay.
boyfriend. She said that he climaxed inside of her, and that's how she tested positive.
And
You
they
never
bought
heard
it.
that story?
And they bought it.
No, they didn't buy that shit. They gave her a suspension. Get the fuck out of here. So anyway, just like they didn't believe Connor Ben's story, just like they didn't believe Saul Canelo Alvarez tainted meat story. So let me get this right, Saul Canelo Alvarez. You ate tainted meat that went into your body and you popped up for 2 banned substance. So, you mean to tell me you ate the meat in the bodega? You're $1 million athlete. Your chef gets imported meat. They bring it to you in a cooler. You're $1 million dude, and you're gonna tell me you're eating bodega meat from Mexico? Yeah, right.
Yo,
So
Diego says they keep lot numbers with samples round one. Don't be slow.
yes, yes, and that's what they had to do. Thank you for bringing that up. When Subiel Matias turned in his samples, it's apparent that the New York Athletic Boxing Committee had to find out where it came from. Why? We never heard anything back from it. Like Ryan Garcia's case, the reason why we couldn't go any further is why Ryan couldn't prove to the world where it came from. He kept submitting these bottles. They said, nope, try again. Nope, try again. Apparently, Subiel Matias and his team turned in everything they had, and they had to have found it. They had to have gone back to the lot number and got it and ordered, because if they didn't do any of this, what do you think they're going to just take Subiel's word for it? Just say, okay, Subiel, it had to be a contaminant. Then they would have did that for Ryan Garcia. Subiel's team and it has come out, and his manager said we gave them all our supplements. The athletic team, New York Boxing Athletic Team, and the WBC have already closed the case. They already gave him a year probation. They're satisfied on where it came from, the amount, and where. So they tracked all that shit down. They had to have. Because they found where it came from. Duh. Because if Subiel could never prove where it came from, we'd be where Ryan is. They're not going to take his word for it. They had to find that. That's a fact, Jack. They had to test the bottle, go back, get the lot, but they're not going to tell you that. Don't you see that no one's coming to Subiel Matias' aid? They were quick to break the story, but not one of the sources that broke the story are coming back and they're breaking it down in definition of how they exonerated him, how he's clean or cleared. They didn't do any of that. Ringside Magazine didn't do it. Mike Carpenter didn't do it. Especially Chris Algeria didn't do it. Nobody. The WBC didn't do it. They just kind of left you in limbo. Yeah, he's good. The fight's good, and kept it pushing. But didn't you notice in the beginning, the fight's in danger? Alberto Puello can be a replacement. All these false narratives. They were real. He's when he wasn't even over the threshold to be considered a cheater. Not even to be considered one. So round one, don't be fooled. There's lot numbers. Lot numbers to what? To the amount they found in his system that not you, the pros deem so low that it would not give you an advantage at all. You would have no effects of Ostrine with that amount in your system. That amount is so low that we don't even consider it cheating. We don't even consider it cheating. And 4 days prior, he had a pass test. And 4 days prior to that, he had a pass test and multiple pass tests. So where do you get super Ostrine that you can take 0.85 and turn into the Incredible Hulk?
Oh, I gotta correct you. 0.085.
And turn into the Incredible Hulk. Bro, that will be like taking a bump on fucking Monday and telling me I feel the effects on Friday.
You know what it is?
Come on, man.
I think that Sudal
Come on, man.
is truly the boogeyman, and they're afraid. They're
No, no,
afraid.
no, 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 no. Because you know, it's fucked up that the guy that wasn't cheating is being called a cheater. And the guy that was actually cheating gets a title fight and then loses and is awarded another title fight. And everybody loves him. And then the guy that just fought my guy, Alberto Puello, he tests positive just in the last fight. But no one's calling him a cheater.
Well,
No
it's just
one's
like that
calling.
video.
No one's calling Subriel Mati. Saul Canelo Alvarez a cheater. Conor Ben now is the UK. Chris Algeria ain't saying nothing about Conor Ben. But you know what he says about Subriel Matias?
Fuck
Fuck
that
that
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Right? And my guy didn't even get caught cheating. He got no suspension. This guy got a 2-year suspension. A maximum suspension is 2 years. And in order for a fighter to get a 2-year suspension, you had to be on some shit. 2 years can kill a guy's career. Okay? So Conor Ben had to be so fucking high on that shit. Okay? Because they don't just hand out 2 years bans. Ryan only got a year. Saul got like 16 months. Conor Ben got 2 years, and he's okay in Chris Algeria's book. He's not a fucking asshole, but Subriel Matias all of a sudden is. Don't you guys see what's going on? They trying to get us to turn against us. Subriel Matias and his team are us. They're the little guys wishing we can break through and be rich and successful. And those, they don't want to keep us down with the taxes. And no raising your job. And I'm raising your rent. And I'm raising bread prices. And I'm getting you guys to argue and fight against each other in the neighborhood, and you're turning on each other. I've seen this story before. And I've seen this kind of warfare. I'm not blind to the fact that people are trying to sabotage this fight. And make no mistake, in about a week, you know what they're going to report? Ticket sales are struggling for the Subriel Matias fight. The tickets are not selling. Watch. Even though the tickets are flying off the shelf, that's what they're going to try to tell you, to discourage you from not coming out there. And I tell you guys, if you guys love boxing and you want to see an exciting fight, I've never seen a boring Subriel Matias fight. That much I can say. At least you know when you go to a Subriel Matias fight, you are going to see a fight. And I've been to plenty of them. I was at the fight in Puerto Rico with Liam Paro. I was there. I was at the fight in New York City. I was there. I've watched his fights. Very exciting fighter. And that's an amazing card. He's bringing a lot of fighters with him to the Big Apple, New York City, Puerto Rico. Show up for your boy. Show up for your boy, Subriel. Don't let them turn us against each other. Don't let them put that in your head that Subriel Matias is a cheater. And for all the people that have ever said, hey, Edwin, sometimes when I'm being a little critical on fighters, you never say anything good about boxing. Well, it's not because you're not listening. Because I'm supporting a boxer right now. And help me support him, damn it. This is a WBC champion here. And we got to show up and show out for him. And I think it's going to be a great night for boxing. And in the UK, you guys, come on out to New York City. Your boy fucking Dalton Smith is going to be in New York City. And I think it's his first time in America or New York City. So he's going to need a little bit of support. And in the Big Apple, we might be a little rowdy, but we'll show you respect. Show us respect. Come into the Big Apple. You'll have a blast. Come out and see Dalton Smith try to win a WBC world title. And I wish you guys the best of luck in fair competition. But I want to see this fight do good. And I want to see you guys come out and also support Dalton Smith, because both of these men are putting everything on the line, and they're putting it all on the line for your entertainment in New York City on the 10th. Yo, I can't wait for this fight, you know? So, Frontline, you got anything else to add up before we wrap up here?
Nope, we good.
Yeah, man. Listen, I can't wait for this card. Like I said, I'm in better space to these days now after that pulgante really like went through our bodies. It affected me the most. Man, I let my wife talk me into that. We're all doing it. Anyway, um,
Hey, did she rub it in and tell you I told you you were full of shit?
yeah, she did. Oh, they had mad jokes. Her and my daughter, they had mad jokes. But my daughter went through it. I went through it. She, because it's good. You got to do that every now and then, to get everything out of the body and stuff. And she was like, "When's the last time you did one?" I ain't did that shit since I was a kid. She was like, "We're all doing it." My wife, she's just like this. As she gets older, she just turns more and more into a soccer mom. If you only knew who she was when man, listen, she was crazy. Anyway, but yeah, man, look, I had an amazing night of boxing. Congratulations to the winner, um, um, Pacheco. Good performance. He was dropped in the fight. He stood up. He showed his pedigree. He showed he wasn't going to quit on himself. Uh, he went the distance with the man. Kevin, he gave a good account of himself. Like I said, he dropped Pacheco in the fight. And where these both fighters go from here, maybe Pacheco is more in line to fight for another title eliminator, or that much closer to one day competing for the title, or maybe in the very next fight. There's a lot of people that are gonna go running after that belt that they recently just stripped Terrence Crawford for. So it's up in the air right now. A lot of speculations are made, but nothing sketched in stone. I don't want to back anything. Let's see where this plays out. Flores, he called another loss tonight, but I think that the kid, he did look good. I mean, he's always looked good in the first rounds. It's been his story of his career. Um, you know, uh, with 3 losses, I don't want to call him a gatekeeper yet. I still think he could potentially get a world title. Just got to go back to the drawing board, man. Should be like this sometimes, bro. Chasing a dream, it's not going to always be easy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, People think that when you pray to God and that God is going to give you it easy, you know, uh, David, when God answered his prayers, he sent them Goliath. Talk about you want to be king? Then fight that giant. He didn't send them a simple task. So in life, you know, God will answer your wishes sometimes, but how far are you willing to go to get it? So, fight fans, thank you for tuning in.
Hey, before we go, just want to say
Yep,
Puerto Rico boxing is on top in January. We got Amanda Serrano on January 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. We
in Puerto
got
Rico.
in Puerto Rico. We got Sugriel on the 10th. And then I believe it's the 30th or 31st. We got Xander Zayas in Puerto Rico.
Defending his title and
And
fighting in a
unifying.
unification fight for the WBA. So
Yeah, so
that's gonna
PR
be
is doing big things.
big things. And you know what I mean? And sometimes, sometimes they're gonna attack you. When we're on hot and you fire, it seems like sometimes they'll attack you. But hey, we're resilient, we're fighters. Most of all, we're world champions. Puerto Rico, stand up. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for everybody that coming on. I hope you guys had an entertaining time. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Round One Sports Talk family. Thank you. I'm tired. All right, Frontline. I'm out of here.
Dale.
One. Ah.